This EPB Classic Rerun is brought to you by Calvert and Nunn Insurance in Glasgow. Calvert and Nunn Insurance not only offer a variety of policies, but are exceptional in their customer service and up-to-date quotes. Contact Vicki Bartley and her staff for any of your insurance needs. Calvert and Nunn Insurance is next to the Plaza Theater in downtown Glasgow.
The judge wants to get me home. I've got 2 grandbabies to look after, Judge. You know about that. You got one.
What are you gonna do? How you gonna look after that one up in Boston?
I've been calling.
You won't use our phone? We may be here at midnight.
Set balloons.
You don't do.
Raymond, this is his day. Judge, we did him on page 1.
There is an agreed upon disposition, but Dad asked that if maybe we can arraign him and then recall in a few minutes for the plea so we can make sure that the victims understand and kind of right before it's done there haven't been any changes. It's a delicate issue. I think that'll be to everybody's benefit.
Sex is always delicate. Should be.
Give you a copy of the indictment. You acknowledge Mr. Fannon's identity.
I do, Judge. This is Brian Fannin, and I want to waive formal arraignment, waive formal reading of this indictment, enter a plea of not guilty at this time, with leave to file appropriate pretrial motions, and also with leave to enter a plea later in these proceedings this day.
Well, at this time, I'll enter a plea of not guilty and set a pretrial in January. But if y'all want to work something out later, you can. Tentatively, the pretrial set January 7th. 7 or 8?
7.
Good. If y'all want to bring it back up later,
Yeah,
Thank you,
Conway.
thank you, Judge.
You ready? You talk to Mr. Sizemore, is he here? Sizemore here. Then talk to his lawyer.
Steve.
Lawyers.
We've made a few changes there that I think we all understand, but I want to make sure she understands what's, she's read this over, but
All right. I have a plea agreement and entry of a plea handed to me by Mr. Bertram and Mr. Lavitt and signed by the defendant, Mr. Brian Fannin. Above named defendant brought before the court on charges 10 counts of sodomy in the 3rd degree, 20 counts of sex abuse in the 3rd degree. And hereby entering a plea of guilty to charges of or amended charges of sex abuse in the 3rd degree. 20 counts. Commonwealth hereby agreeing to dismiss the felony counts 1 through 10, the dismissal being made with the agreement of the mother of the victim, with the understanding of all parties, including the defendant and his counsel, that the defendant actually admits his basic guilt of all charges in the original indictment, with the recommendation of Commonwealth upon acceptance of such plea of being guilty, merging of counts 11 to 30 to the extent that the defendant will receive 1 year in jail, probated for a period of 24 months. And like I say, it's signed by the defendant and the attorneys, but you all have substantially reached an agreement satisfactory to all
yes,
concerned.
the court didn't read it, but it's included in there about the sex offender treatment program in Northern Kentucky, Mike Turpin and Associates. I guess that's on page 2 there, but anyway, he understands that, and this
Agrees to complete the application process, be fully accepted, and complete the program.
yes.
During the term of his probation?
Yes, sir. And then the other part that the courts, where we interlined here, I don't know whether I can read upside down, that if the court determines that the defendant is later, I can't read, but
Denying his guilt, it is grounds for revoking his probation. With any charge to which no plea of guilty is entered being dismissed or merged.
and then there's
Defendant
another.
agrees to do anything within reason to correct any impression of innocence implied by prior statement.
And we think that'll take care of itself, but through the sex offender program, but he fully understands this, and his attorneys have talked to him about it, and because this was, as we mentioned, we didn't want this
I
to
assume he
be a Brown
understands
situation.
he's waiving his rights to not incriminating himself, waiving his rights to a jury trial.
Gone over all that with him. And I also would like a distribution to be on there, Judge. You just could add that.
Yes, I didn't, just the distribution.
This time, do you
return
want to
the
plead
copy.
guilty to these charges, Mr. Fenton? Do you want to plead guilty to these misdemeanor charges? Based on your plea, I'm going to sentence you to 1 year in jail, place you on probation under these terms and conditions for a period of 24 months. Who all wants to be on the distribution?
It's Barry and I, Judge.
I'll give you a copy.
All right.
Thank you.
Terry Pennington, 4-year deal with Greg Olson, the pitcher, was only signed for Dave Calvert, also a 1-year contract, $53. Mike Barren,
The ratio of 14 to 5 last year. The NFC Sports Bank unusual to see him cross two pickoffs here in this quarter. Back upstairs to Billy. Rondo, of course, has the hat of halftime entertainment portal at these statistics, and also an interview with Billy White Hughes Johnson. Billy, a former Falcon great, is now in the front office with the team as the director of player program. Hand off to Iron on the second down at 9. Iron gets himself the yard, and that's it. They get to the 7. Third down coming up, and the Eagles will again call a timeout.
They got good, smooth gasoline, barbecue sandwiches, and all beef hot dogs. The biggest doggone dogs around. Pit Stop with the coldest beverages in town. Ice and fishing supplies, snacks, and much, much more. Pit Stop also the Greyhound Plus headquarters in Winchester. See Randy and the crew at Pit Stop Market on the Dinosaur Boulevard in Winchester, right next to Franklin County High School.
Bruce answers questions about taxes, insurance, buying a home, getting a landlord to fix a faucet, what to do about a not-too-neighborly dog.
Music, local news, weather, sports, and talk.
WCYX Cowan, Winchester, Deckard.
We do it for you at 1440 ZYX.
Just call 1-800-53-RADIO. America asks. This is only $12.96.
First kickoff taken by Todd Gentry. He scrambles up to the 24-yard line. He's dropped there, and an unsportsmanlike call made against Barren County. Little extracurricular activity. Ronnie Browning, a 5'6", 150-pound freshman, made the stop, but a little extracurricular activity. So Barren County, first penalty of the game. And Glasgow will have the football first and 10 at their own 39-yard line. Michael Moore is the quarterback. They run out of the double slot. Barren with a 6-man front. As a motion to the right side is Richie Gargeron. Here's a handoff to Kingery. Moves past the 45 near midfield, and he'll have a first down for the Scotties as he just ripped it up the middle. That offensive line, the right side, particularly Bragg and McNabb, Larry, moved off the ball well that time. And before Corey Profit, a 6 feet, 175-pound junior, brought him down from his secondary position. Kingery races for 13 yards, first and 10 for the Scotties.
Yeah, you're going to have a job this year picking up that ball because there's a lot of misdirection in there. I didn't know who had the ball that time.
Here's a handoff to Richie Gargeron. As Gargeron from his left slot back position crawls past the 49 in Trojan territory down to the 47-yard line. He's at a left slot back position. And he just tried to turn it around the right end. Not much running room, maybe a gain of 2, second and 8 for the Scotties as Anthony Marshall, a 6'4", 280-pound senior, makes the stop from his left tackle position. Gargeron at the left slot. At the right slot is Gentry. McCandless, a wide out on the right side of Barren at a 4-man front. And someone line off offsides for Barren County, Larry.
It looked like number 49 lined up in the neutral zone, but he's looking at Glasgow here. No, it's Barren County. Number 49 is who it was.
Larry Alexander 1 for 1 on the season.
Kelton Scott, number 49, lined up over the ball.
Randall Cook, the Scotty Band, will be coming up at halftime. And, of course, your daughter plays in the Scotty Band, and we'll be looking forward to that.
Yeah, I'm sure she's a little nervous right now, Jim, but I was watching her come around the field there. She did a good job. I'm proud of her.
Don't ask if she learned her musical talent from Randall Cook.
Never
talk about that at halftime.
Never happened.
Second and 3 after the 5-yard penalty. Scotty's out of the double slot in motion to the near side as Gentry. Here's a handoff up the middle. Jeff Kingery rolls down to about the 40-yard line. He's going to be close to a first down, maybe a half-yard short as he plugs it up the middle. Followed the blocking of John J. Bird and Jeremy Poland on the left side, but he's wrestled down by Anthony Marshall, very active. Of course, Marshall, a big kid, Larry, 6'4", 280, has a mobility gain of about 2. Third and less than a yard for the Scotties. A at the Trojan 40-yard line. 10:18 left in the first quarter. No score between Glasgow and Barren County.
He manhandled Jeff Kingery that time. It was just a straight handoff right up the middle, and he grabbed him by the shoulder pads and actually gave Jeff a couple of yards that he shouldn't have gotten by slinging him around.
Barren shows a 4-man front defensively as they shift. Here's a handoff up the middle. Jeff Kingery pulls his way inside the 40 down to the 36-yard line. First and 10 for Glasgow, their second first down of this drive. And Glasgow effective up the middle so far is Kenny Sutton, a 5'9", 165-pound senior linebacker, an experienced player. Stops Kingery, but Jeff picks up the first down, a 4-yard burst. Kingery 3 carries, 19 yards. Coach Eubank will take those numbers.
Yes, this is just exactly the way Jerry wants it done. Ball control, picking up first down, and keeping that clock running.
Michael Moore calling the signals against the 4-man front. Scotty's operate out of the double slot. As a handoff, delayed handoff comes to Gentry. Tries to cut inside. Does so as he rolls down to about the 30-yard line. That was a nice move by Gentry. He came from his right slot back position, tried to cut it outside, and then he just ripped it inside, Larry. Avoided what might have been a tackle at the 35 and picked up about 5-6 officially, says Bruce Tribute, for Todd Gentry. That's his first carry of the football season. Glasgow's football at Barren County's 30. Rondell England from his linebacking position, a 5'11", 180 senior, makes the stop.
Very good block that time by Jonathan McNabb, pulling from his right tackle spot.
Moore calling signals. Gargerod in motion to the near side. Here's a handoff to Gentry. Tries to find a hole. He's wrapped up after gaining about 2 yards. Gargeron went in motion to the right side, but the handoff came to Gentry from Michael Moore out of that double slot. Chris Browning, the 5'11", 200-pound senior, makes a stop from his defensive tackle position. A gain of 1. 3rd and 3 for the Scotties at the 28. A big third down play early in this game. Glasgow started this drive at their 39. They've moved it to the Trojan 28. 3rd and 3 as the Scotties run out of that double slot. Wide out on the left side is McCandless. Barren County with the 4-man front. As Moore calling the signals, here's a handoff up the middle. Jeff Kingery searching for running room. He fumbled the football, and I believe Barren County's got it as the Trojans will make the recovery at about their 21-yard line. I'm not sure who fell on it for Barren County, but copied up the football was Kingery.
Number 8.
And then I believe...
I don't see a number 8.
We'll have to check on that. Well, I believe that's Dwight Holder. Dwight Holder. There's not a number 8 on your roster, Larry, but there is on mine, and I believe Holder is number 8. I have him listed as number 2 on your roster.
Okay.
You talked about turnovers critical. Well, Glasgow gives it up after they move the football well, and the Trojans make the stop. They got it at their 22, and Kelly Taylor calling the signals for Barren County. They operate out of the I formation. Taylor on the handoff, trying to scamper for some running room as a tailback, but he got only a yard. As that time, taking the big skid is Corey Profit, but he didn't gain much, maybe 2 yards. 2nd and 8 for the Trojans at their own 24. This series will start at the 22. Jeff Kingery from that linebacking position, a 5'11", 183 senior, makes a stop. Critical turnover for the Scotties after they move the football well.
Well, that's what we talked about before the ball game. You got to cut down on your turnovers, and we did it against Bardstown in the scrimmage game, turned it over 3 or 4 times and gave them some easy scores, and it's already started here tonight.
Taylor with the I formation behind him. Knuckles is a fullback. Profit, the tailback. Here's a pitch to Profit. He'll try to cut to the outside. Profit has it at the 30. Profit at the 35. Profit is ridden out of bounds at about the 40-yard line. Nice move by Corey Profit outside. Excuse me. Looked like a Scotty might have had him wrapped up at the 25, but he made a little jimmy and cut toward the sideline. And he picks up great yardage, about 17 yards on that little simple pitch. Michael Moore finally hauls him down at the 41. 18-yard pickup for Corey Profit. 2 carries, 19 yards. The first out of this football season for the Trojans. They've got it just beyond their 40. 1st and 10, no score. 7:13 left in the first quarter.
Number 51, Stephen Hughes, had a shot at him in the backfield and couldn't hang on to him. And when he broke that tackle, he had about 10 more yards.
Right out on the left side. On the right side is Hagan as the Trojans out of the I formation. Taylor calling the signals. Here's a delayed handoff to Profit. He is slowed at the 38-yard line. And let's see where his forward progress is marked. I think he drug a knee back at the 39. And Jonathan McNabb did a beautiful job to shoot through the gap and slow him down. And McNabb credited with the stop. A 6'1", 198-pound senior plays a tackle position. McNabb forces a loss of 1, 2nd and 11. So McNabb that time, Larry, beat his blocker and got the stop.
He did. He did a good job by shooting in the gap, and he got a hand on him and slowed him up and then stayed with him long enough to trip him up.
We have an official's timeout on the field. Holder and Todd Knuckles set to split out to the right side. We've got an equipment problem for the Scotties. No score, 6:39 left in the first quarter. Glasgow and Barren County battling here at Hank Roy Stadium. Next Friday night, the Scotties travel to Harrisburg, and Barren County will host Greenwood.
And Harrisburg has a couple of kids that are weighs over 300 in that offensive line.
And they're only sophomores. They've got a quick ball clip. Trojans operate out of the eye. They've got receivers all over the field as Kelly Taylor on the late handoff. Here comes Profit. Scampers past the 45. Profit at midfield. Profit at the Scotty 45. Down to the Scotty 40-yard line, and Barren County's in business at Glasgow's 39 as Profit. The burst of speed takes on, cuts to the left, and rambles down the field. Has another first down for Barren County. The Scotty is down at the Trojan 45.
That's Todd Gentry. I think he's the one that made the tackle. I don't know what happened to him, but he just got a hand on him and kind of tripped him up again, and that's all that stopped Corey Profit from going the distance.
Profit on the delayed handoff picks up 21 yards, the second first down of this game for the Trojans. 4 carries, 39 yards for Profit. Scotty injured to Todd Gentry down at the 45-yard line. An official's timeout on the field. As I said, Glasgow next week at Harrisburg, and then the next 2 games will be at home, E-Town and Corbin in the middle of September, and then on the road to Russell County for the first district game of the year.
Yeah, it could be the pre-district schedule really tough, as usual, for the Scotties. Over the last 10 or 15 years, it's really been, Glasgow's always tried to schedule really good football teams in their pre-district schedule, and it's no different this year. 4 tough football games before we go into that district schedule.
Gentry is up, being attended to by Dr. Bill Mars. It's over on the far sideline, on the Barren County sideline. A great crowd here, Larry, as you would expect. A capacity house here at Hank Roy Stadium. We don't expect anything different when the neighborhood rivals get together.
Yeah, I don't see an empty seat in the house, and quite a few people on the far side around the fence.
Well, it looks like Gentry is slowly but surely making his way up, and let's see how the Scotties change their defensive alignment.
Number 15 is in his place. That's Will Whiteside over on that far corner, I think.
Will's a 5'11", 130-pound freshman, and he's a backup quarterback for the Scotties.
Right.
Remember, tomorrow morning, it's Ask the Coach at 8:30 right here on 14 Karat Gold WCLU. We'll have some scores from Matt Gum throughout this game, and of course, we'll have WCLU scoreboard reports right after Scotty football and Trojan football right here. Gentry is up, and he's putting some pressure on those legs or ankles. Let's see if he's able to stand up. It is in some pain right now, Larry.
Yeah, he's being attended by Dr. Mars, and is that Mike Miller over there with him?
I believe you're right. Well, what about the first 6 minutes of this game?
Well, it's same thing. It's just like the Bardstown scrimmage that we had. Bardstown had a lot of speed. Corey Profit, they said, was Barren County's fastest running back, and he's shown some good speed here tonight, and it's really eluded the Glasgow defense, which is really just really doesn't have a lot of speed. And when they get outside, it's they're going to get some yardage on us.
Gentry being helped off the field a little bit, but he's still putting pressure on those legs. Well, I'm not sure if he shake it up at the Trojan 45-yard line as he was trying to make that stop. That last tackle was made by Scotty's secondary member.
I think he got his bell rung. He's a little wobbly coming off the field right here.
Barren County in business, moving to your right in the first quarter. The Glasgow Scotties to your left. 1st and 10 for the Trojans at the Scotty 39-yard line. And Profit has 39, all 39 yards in this drive for Barren County. No one else has touched the football yet. Johnny Allen says we'll move it any way we can. Right now they're having success on the ground.
Yeah, if that's the way you have success, just keep giving it to him.
It's like Neil Smith is at the tailback position now, replacing Profit. Eccles still at the fullback. Receiver split left and right. Holder is in motion to the left side as the Scotties have a 5-man run defensively. Taylor, late handoff. Here comes Smith. Smith scampers for some running room. Moves it past the 39 down to about the 35-yard line. Smith's got some quickness, and that time he belted through it. Another Scotty is down at about the 38-yard line. And that's not a good sign for Jerry Eubanks' team, as is slowly but surely getting up for Glasgow High. It's Jonathan McNabb. Well, I thought he was about to get up, but I don't know if he might have a muscle cramp or what.
I don't know. He's down, and it looks like this is a leg problem also. I don't think Todd Gentry's was a leg. I think he got his bell rung, and this one looks like a leg problem, or the wind knocked out of him or something.
4-yard pickup for Smith. Actually, about a 3-yard pickup. It's going to be second, and about 7 for the Trojans at the Scotty 36-yard line. We will take a 1-minute timeout and return on WCLU Sports.
Have you ever had a situation where you wanted something built into your house, maybe like a new set of kitchen cabinets or perhaps a built-in entertainment center, but when you asked somebody about it, they didn't seem to know a whole lot about it? Well, you obviously haven't asked Square Deal Lumber Company, because in Cave City, in their new fully equipped 12,000 square foot shop, they have a crew of 10 folks who do that kind of work every single day. In fact, they do all types of custom work on any kind of residential or commercial millwork. They are the Maryland Factory Cabinet Center that are expertly installed by the Square Deal folks. They've been factory trained by Corian and Gibraltar as well. If you go over there to the Cave City location and talk with manager Tom Whittington, they'll help you plan, measure, and install any type of cabinets, be it a special vanity need, or mantles, or moldings, or windows, or doors. Square Deal Lumber Company's shop can do the job right. That's Square Deal Lumber Company in Cave City.
14 karat to go, WCLU. Jim Moody, Larry Alexander, Randall Cook, Bruce Tribune, and Henry Royce. The Glasgow Scotties and the Barren County Trojans battling here. McNabb still down, Larry, but he's been helped up. Todd Gentry's headed. Will Whiteside to back out. So as you said, Gentry might have got his bell rung, but he's back in. And McNabb doesn't appear to be shaken up too much.
It didn't look like he may have gotten the wind knocked out of him a little bit or something, but he looked like he's all right. And I'm surprised to see Todd Gentry back in this quick. He kind of wobbled when he came off the sidelines, and there was only one play in between when he went back in, but he's there.
Barren County's offensive line doing a good job of pushing some holes for the running back.
He's got some pretty good size up on that offensive line, and they're moving some people out, and you give Corey Profit and Smith some room to run, and they can carry it.
Taylor sets the ball club down. Holders at a motion to the near side. Backfield is in the eye. Taylor on a long count, 2nd and 7. Taylor, here comes a quick pitch to Smith. Smith cuts outside, has it at the 30. Smith at the 25. Smith is ridden down, and about that point, as he got the quick toss to the left, he skirted to the outside, and right now Barren County is moving that football well.
Well, they wish went right back to that left side over there where Todd Gentry is, and he had to stick that head in there again and make a play, and he did it.
Here comes Brandon Chambers in the lineup, replacing Dustin Clark at the right corner. Chambers is a 5'9", 158-pound sophomore.
Yeah, Dustin, I think, kind of got blocked and moved out on that play, and Todd Gentry had to come up and make the tackle, and they've taken him out and been talking to him here on the sidelines.
Smith, a pickup of 11, 2 carries, 14 yards. Third first down for the Trojans. They're knocking at Glasgow's door, 1st and 10 at the Scotty 24. They're in the I formation, 2 wideouts on the right side, Hagan and Holder. Here comes a quick toss to Smith. Smith cuts to the outside. There's going to be a penalty on Barren County as Smith on the quick toss moves down to about the 20-yard line. Somebody's going to be called for a clip, I think.
We got a clip on number 31, I believe, if I'm not mistaken.
What the referee says, and that is going to hurt the Barren County drive right here. And a break for the Glasgow Scotties. As Barren County was moving that football well, Smith had picked up about 5 yards on the toss. And at the point of impact, the Trojans are moving the Scotties off the line of scrimmage. Here's McNabb back in, and his replacement that I needed to mention a moment ago was John J. Bird, a 6'1", 203-pound junior. Bird was in for McNabb. Bird now checks out.
I think Randy Knuckles led the way there after the quick toss to Smith around the right side, and I think he got somebody in the back. I couldn't exactly tell who it was, but I think it was him. The referee looked right at him.
Well, Barren County's been hurt by penalties. That is their 3rd infraction of this game for 35 yards. This moves the football back to the 39 of Glasgow. So it's going to be 1st and 25 for the Trojans. No one's put the ball in the air yet. But Barren County, the way they move the football on the ground, I don't know. I know Coach Hines would be concerned after that penalty, Larry, but the way they've moved the football, the concern not as great.
Well, if you're going to have a penalty like that, a 15-yard penalty, it comes on 1st down. It doesn't hurt you that bad.
Wideouts on the right side, Knuckles and Holder. Now Knuckles is in motion to the near side with Hagan. Backfield in the eye. Glasgow 5-man front defensively. Let's see if they'll blitz the linebackers. They will. Here's a handoff, and Smith is met back at the 44-yard line. A great blitz by Scotty, and let's see who made that stop.
Number 41, that's Nick Swords.
Or Nick, a promising young player for the Scotties. Swords from that linebacking position, or middle guard sometimes, 5'10", 240, sophomore.
Yeah, one of the bigger kids that we have and one of the younger ones.
Loss of 4 on the play. Smith dropped behind the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 29 for the Trojans at the Scotty 43-yard line. No score, 3:52 left in the first quarter.
Now the penalty really looms large because that was a first down play and you lost yardage again on second down, so you only have 2 more downs really to get a first down and probably have to go the air.
Scotty's 4-man front. Taylor calling the signals. Wide out on both sides as Taylor will drop back. Taylor's being chased. Taylor, little pass is going to be complete, but dropped at about the 41-yard line on a little safety screen is Randy Knuckles. He came out of the backfield. The Scotties provided some pressure on Taylor, and he just dumped it off.
There was a little screen to the left side is what it was, and Brandon Chambers played it real well, came up and made the tackle.
That's Brandon's first, a 5'9", 158 sophomore. The screen pass nets a gain of 2 yards, 3rd and 27 for the Trojans at the Scotty 41-yard line.
Well, big play right here. You keep Barren County from getting the first down here, and more than likely they're going to have to punt it back to you unless they get something like 20 yards on the play.
High formation for the Trojans. Profit is back at tailback, Larry. Wideouts on each side, and motion to the far side is Todd Knuckles. Scotty's 4-man front defensively. As Taylor drops back. Taylor's being chased. Here's a long pass. Oh, wide open, and a great defensive play by Scotty at the 21. Wide open on the far side was Todd Knuckles, and somebody came up and just broke it up. And is that going to be?
I believe it was Todd Gentry, I think.
A great defensive play, really anticipated it well, because Knuckles was open on that far sideline, and he was near that first down marker.
He sure was. 15. Brandon Chambers, number 21 on there, let the coverage go, and Todd Gentry came in just in the nick of time to knock it down.
On 4th and 27, Taylor punts from his own 48. Gentry is back. Here's a punt from Taylor. Low line drive. Oh, Gentry Ash can get a fair catch, but he made the fair catch back at about the 6-yard line, and the Scotties very poor field position right there.
Yeah, that was a poor judgment on Todd's part. He was inside the 10-yard line. Normally, when you're inside the 10, you don't fair catch the ball. You let it go in the end zone. But he caught it, and it's on about the 5, looks like.
Scotties gave it away the first time as they were moving the football well. They gave it up at Barren County's 21. If they give it up here, they're really going to be in trouble. That punt carried down to about Glasgow's 5, and a punt of 36 yards, no return. Here come the Scotties moving to your left in the first quarter. They're in that double slot. Barren County shows a 6-man front defensively as Michael Moore calls the signals. Here's a handoff as rambling it up the middle to about the 6-yard line as a fullback for the Scotties. But carrying the pigskin is going to be Jeff Kingery. But not much of a gain that time. No, that was Mainers, rather. Mainers carried that football. Nick Mainers did. And he picked up really, he didn't pick up anything. 2nd and 10. No gain on the play.
I've got another number that 64, Jim.
And we'll have to check on that. I don't have that number on my roster either. We'll have to check on that here in just a moment.
Maybe I can't see.
We'll check
on a 64 on the line.
Moore calling the signals with the double slot. Wide out on the right side is McCandless. In motion is Gentry. He gets the football, tries to cut to the outside, twists and turns, but he's not going to get much. Got it up to about the 6-yard line. Great containment by Barren County that time. Excellent containment that time by the Trojans. On a little misdirection handoff, trying to skirt outside was Gentry. He got maybe a yard, but that's it. 3rd and 9. He's making the stop. Rondell England, the 37, a 5'11", 180-pound senior. 3rd and 9, and if the Scotties are forced to punt from their end zone, Barren County is likely going to get great field position.
You don't think 64 is news, do you?
That may be right. We'll check on that. 3rd and 9 for the Scotties. Moore calling the signals. Michael Moore, quick handoff, trying to scamper for yardage up the middle, but on the delayed handoff, nothing doing, dropped back at about the 3-yard line. On the delayed handoff is going to be Gentry. Glasgow had that double slot, then sent the left slot. Gargeron in motion, Larry. Moore faded back or faked like he was going to pass, but made the delayed handoff to Gentry, but he lost a couple of yards. 4th and 12, and dropping him. England again, his 3rd. Now Nick Swords is going to have to punt from the back of his end zone. And Profit's set to receive it at the 40. Here's a kick from Swords. Nice spiral. And Profit's going to let it roll past the Scotty 40. It's the 45 to about the 47-yard line. I think if you're a Scotty fan, you've got to be pretty pleased that Profit elected not to return it.
Sure do. You got to be really tickled with that one.
And that punt carried about 43 yards and no return. First and 10 for the Trojans at the Scotty 46-yard line. 17 seconds left in the first quarter. Barren County, they may let the clock run out here. Let's see. As they got it at Glasgow's 46. But a good punt from Swords. Wasn't a high punt, but it did spiral, and Profit back too deep to try to catch it on the fly.
Yeah, Nick kicked the ball a little low and had a good spiral on it. It was one that you were afraid to come up and catch and handle because he might fumble it, so he did the right thing and let it bounce because he knew he was going to get good field position.
That ends the first quarter. At the end of one period, the Scotties and the Trojans are scoreless. Back in 1 minute on WCLU Sports.
Now, it's cinema to go. He's on your side, and he's on video and on Deadly Ground. Action hero Steven Seagal of Under Siege stars in on Deadly Ground, an explosive show of force that Mick LaSalle of the San Francisco Chronicle says is in every way the equal of Under Siege. In terms of scale, it's even bigger. Steven Seagal, he's a guy who takes sides, but be glad he's on yours when the fight to save the Alaskan wilderness takes place on Deadly Ground. Now on video cassette from Warner Home Video, rated R, it's Cinema to Go. Cinema to Go in Southgate Plaza and Barren River Plaza in Glasgow.
Here we go. I wanna taste. Makes me delirious. My Papa John's pizza, some kind of serious. I call my Papa, Papa John's. So call your Papa, Papa John's. Now that's serious pizza.
Call your Papa at 651-7775.
Here are first quarter stats. Glasgow with 2 first downs. Barren County with 3. Scotty's rushing for 26 yards. Barren County with 49. Glasgow no passing yards. Barren County with 2. Glasgow 26 yards in offense. Barren County 51. Barren 1 of 2 in the passing department. They had 3 penalties for 35 yards. Thanks to Bruce Review and Randall Cook. Here's a handoff up the middle. Profit tries to scamper for running room. Corey drags it past the 45 down to about the 43-yard line. Scotty's really doing a good job of charging off the defensive line. Almost got Taylor before he handed the ball off to Profit that time, but Kelly got rid of it, and the stop made by Jeff Kingery, his second of the night. Pick up of about 2, Larry, second and 8. Trojans at the Scotties 43.5. Barren moves to your left in the second quarter. Glasgow to your right.
Number 64 is not news. He's wearing number 60, as you said he was. So 64 is our mystery man. I don't know who he is.
We'll check on that in just a moment. Right now, it's second and 8. Wide out on the right side is Holder. On the left side is Hagan. Backfield is in the eye. Jason Hurd is a fullback now. Glasgow 5-man front. Here comes a quick toss to Profit. There's a flag that's going to be dropped. Profit cuts to the outside. Has it at the Scotty 40 as he turns right. Taken down at that point. And it looks like the Todd Knuckles might be called for a penalty here.
Number 42 holding, I think.
Barren County has really been hurt by penalties, and Coach Hines concerned about that. Last year's game was a penalty-marred game.
Yes, it was. Also turnovers for Glasgow. We fumbled 2 or 3 times in good field position.
11:09 left in the first half. No score between Barren County and Glasgow. Barren County moved the football well in their first series. Got it down to about the Glasgow 20, but a big clipping call against the Trojans stopped that drive. Glasgow moved the football down to about Barren County's 23 before they coughed it up. Clipping is the call against the Trojans. So a 15-yard step off against Barren County. 4 penalties, 50 yards so far in the first half.
Well, I got half right. It was on 42, I think, but I called holding instead of clipping.
The football's moved back to Barren County's 42-yard line. That penalty was from the point of infraction, so it's going to be second down and about 20.
Well, definitely to this point, Barren County has stopped themselves. Glasgow hasn't done a lot to stop them yet.
2nd and 22, Larry, as Taylor brings his team up to the line of scrimmage. 5-man front defensive look for the Scotties. Trojans operate out of the eye as Taylor on the quick drop. Taylor is going to be sacked back at the 36-yard line. That was a quick drop. He was dropped by Jeff Kingery. I saw Jeremy Poland assisted him, but Kingery really shooting through the gap, and Kingery's done a good job. He's been in Barren County's backfield in a hurry several times on that quarterback sack. A loss that time of 5 yards.
Yes, Jeff is really active at that middle linebacker position. He made a lot of tackles in there last year, and he got hurt there toward the end of the season. I think missed one game, but we really hurt with he's not in there.
3rd and about 23 for the Trojans at their own 37-yard line. Wide out on the left side is Holder. Backfield is in the eye. Hankins a ride out on the right side. Glasgow 5-man front as Taylor drops back. He tries to, but he's going to be rolled back at the 23-yard line. He got away from one man, but not the second. Now Glasgow's defensive line beginning to dominate things as Taylor, he didn't have time to get rid of that football. His forward progress marked back at the 26. That's going to be a loss of about 12 yards, and that quarterback sack, Mike Bragg, a 5'9", 211-pound junior. So it's 4th down at about 40 yards. Well, actually about 38 yards for the Trojans, Larry.
A little help from Jonathan McNabb also in there with Mike Bragg that time.
Taylor set to punt from his 15. Gentry back at the 40. Here's the kick. It's blocked. It is blocked by a Scotty, and Glasgow will get it at the Barren County 21-yard line. Did he block it, or did Taylor just lose the handle?
I think he just kicked it into the back of his own man. It looked like Michael Moore was right there and Michael Bragg both right there, but he looked like he kicked it right into their back.
So the Scotties with a break. 1st and 10 at the Trojan 22-yard line. Michael Moore getting the signal from Gary Pierce, who enters the game. So whether he kicked it in his back or a Scotty helped, the Glasgow Scotties have it. 1st and 10 at the Trojan 21. Barren County 4-man front defensively. Michael Moore out of that double slot. Gargerone in motion to the near side as a quick toss comes to Kingery. Kingery outside at the 20. Kingery at the 15. Kingery at the 10. Cuts to the 5. Kingery carries tacklers down to the 4-yard line. 1st and goal for Glasgow on the toss sweep. And boy, Kingery is a man possessed, Larry Alexander.
First time that we've seen that option off of the 2 slot backs there. Jeff, normally from a fullback position, goes inside. This time they faked to one of the slots and pitched it to him coming around the right end. Good play.
18-yard pickup from Kingery. Randall tells us the 4th first down of this game for the Glasgow Scotties. That is actually the 3rd first down, the first one of this series. 1st and goal at the 4. That stop was made by Dwight Holder. Scotties out of that double slot. Big defensive series right here for the Trojans. Now Glasgow almost into a split backfield, Larry, as Moore hand off Kingery. Kingery ripped down at about the 6-yard line. Great defensive play that time.
Well, there's England again, number 37.
Oh, he's very active from that linebacking position. And I mean, once Kingery got that ball, England was there to meet him at a loss that time of 2. Kingery's carried it 5 times for 35 yards. It's 2nd and goal for the Scotties at the 36. England already with 4 tackles here in the first half.
This reminds me of the night that Barren County beat Glasgow for the first time, 10-8. Glasgow got inside the 5 twice that night and were stopped both times.
8:15 left in the first half. No score. Scotties threatening at the Trojan 6. And timeout is asked for by Jerry Eubank, and he's not happy about something. I don't know if it's the alignment or what, but timeout, Glasgow, their first of this game. 8:10 remaining in the first half. The Scotties and the Trojans scoreless. Back at 1 minute on WCLU Sports.
Final summer markdowns have been taken at Golden Farley, 112 East College Street, Glasgow. Name brand sportswear at 40 to 75% off. Items include short and long sleeve shirts, as well as casual shorts and pants. Suits are sale priced as low as $69. Sports coats as low as $49. At Golden Farley, you'll always find a select group of all sports coats already on sale. Check out the new fall merchandise arriving daily at Golden Farley. Golden Farley, your full-service men's store, 112 East College Street, Glasgow.
It's true that at Glass Paving we've been into some pretty big projects. Maybe it was a major road project, or maybe it was a couple's big decision to finally have that driveway paved. At Glass Paving we approach both with the same amount of professionalism. Over 100 years of combined experience makes it possible for us to sit down with you and shed some light on the questions you may have. It's not every day you take on a paving project, but when you're ready, one phone call to 651-3897 puts you in touch with a locally owned, quality-oriented company. Our workmanship is state-of-the-art, and our customer satisfaction is second to none, because at Glass Paving, we make it right, and we're here to stay. Now in our new location at 2870 North Jackson Highway. Glass Paving.
They got play underway on us, but on second and goal from the 6, Richie Gargerone. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 on the toss sweep. Touchdown, Glasgow, and the Scotties lead 6-0, taking advantage of the air in Barren County's kicking game, driving 22 yards, Larry, in 4 plays.
Yeah, success that time on the right side, outside. Jeff Kinger's big run, and then that run there by Richie for the touchdown.
Holding is Gargerone. Jonathan Belcher to try his first ever extra point for Glasgow. Low snap. Belcher gets a kick up. It's good! Belcher says that's about a 15-foot putt.
Boy, that looked pretty good, didn't it? Even with a bad snap.
He didn't learn that from Johnny Belcher, did he?
He sure did not.
Johnny's a big Tennessee fan. I want everybody to know that. 8:05 left here in the first quarter as Glasgow leading Barren County 7-0. We'll be back in 30 seconds on WCLU Sports.
Your $2.99 hamburger combo has gotten awfully common. So where do you go? Well, you go where you can get the best hamburger. Wendy's. You see, at Wendy's, our $2.99 quarter-pound single combo starts with fresh beef served hot off the grill. You add biggie fries and a 20-ounce drink, and you've got yourself a great meal for just $2.99. Other places can try to match our low prices, but they can't match our great food.
Hi, this is Dave Thomas. Just remember this. When you start with the best hamburger in the business, you end up with the best combo in the business.
Larry, 2 turnovers so far in this game, and Barren County's hurt them as Glasgow takes it 22 yards at about a minute and a half. As on the toss sweep, Richie Gargerone scampers from 6 yards out, and Glasgow leads Barren County 7-0 with just over 8 minutes left in the first half.
Yeah, as I said, that's the first time that we've showed an outside running attack. We mostly used the slot backs coming outside. This time the fullback came outside and got the big play for us.
Richie Gargerone will kick it to an up man. Up fumbling the football. There's a scramble for it. Glasgow may have it at 39 as the up back fumbled it, and Glasgow's got the football.
Freddie McCandless.
And that football was handled, Larry, by number 4, Tony Payton. And he couldn't hold on to it. Richie Gargerone kicked off and really kicked it short to about the 37, but Payton couldn't hang on to it. And the Scotties have it first and 10 at the Trojan 39. 2 turnovers for the Trojans here in the second quarter.
That is not an accident right there, because they don't think Jonathan Belcher can kick the football inside the 10-yard line, so they're going to pooch everything this year. They're going to squib kick, or they're going to pooch it just like he did that time. And Barren County not expecting that, so just was mishandled is all it was.
Trojans want to buckle down defensively right here. The Scotties have Clark and McCandless wideouts on the right side. They're in the double slot. Barren County has a 4-man front defensively. Moore calling the signals. Toss sweep comes outside to Nick Manners. Manners hustling his way, bullying his way down to about the 36-yard line before he's finally ridden down. Boy, Manners, great second effort that time from the fullback position, and he rode a couple of tacklers with him.
He did. I tell you, number 51, Anthony Marshall, is a load. I'll tell you that.
He's
he got
280.
hold of him and wouldn't let go.
But Nick's not too small. Well, Nick's not that big. I'm thinking about Nick Swords, who's bigger for the Scotties.
77 in. That's Travis Pickett.
Yeah, now he had been hurt earlier in this year, but now he's in at that left tackle, and he goes about 260.
That makes him really big up front.
Scotties, gain of about 3, second and 7 at the Trojan 36. Backfield out of the double slot. Barren County 4-man front. As on the quarterback keeper, Michael Moore's got running room as he moves it down to about the 29.5-yard line. He'll be about a yard short of the first down. He faked a toss pitch to Gargerone and picked up about 5 yards before he was finally ridden down.
That's number 64 again making the tackle. That's 2 for him.
Find out who number 64 is for Barren County. We don't have that number on our roster, and it's going to be 3rd and about a yard at the Trojan 30-yard line. Here come the Scotties, leading 7-0, looking for more right here. As McCandless wide out on the right side, backfield in the double slot. Barren 4-man front. Michael Moore calling signals as a handoff comes to Kingery. Breaks it outside. He's got the first down at the 25. Kingery inside the 25. Pulls his way down to the 23-yard line before he's finally bumped down at that point on the near sideline. And the Scotties right now doing what Jerry Eubank wants, ball control, and they're moving the football down the field. This started after a Barren County fumble on the kickoff. This drive started at about the 39-yard line. Chris Wyatt, 6'1", 175-pound sophomore, makes the tackle, but Kingery bursts through for a gain of 6. That is the 4th first down of this game for the Scotties. Kingery 6 carries, 41 yards. That's about 7 yards a burst.
That's right. That's good ball control right there by Jeff Kingery. Good runner with the football.
Scotty's in that double slot. Wide out on the left side is McCandless. At motion to the far side is Gentry. Again on the quarterback keeper. Moore struggles for maybe a yard down to the 23.5, but that is it. That was well defensed by Barren County.
That play works about one time a game. Number 51.
Quarterback draw.
Number 51, there's Marshall again.
Isn't that his 4th stop?
Yeah, sure, that's not Marshall played for Minnesota.
It may be, but he's tough. Really no gain on the play. 2nd and 10. At the Trojan 24, the Scotties have the football. 5:20 left in the first half. Glasgow leading 7-0. They're in that double slot. Moore leading the troops up to the line of scrimmage. Barren County 4-man front. Moore calling the signals as Moore rolls out to his left. Moore, he's going to be sacked back at about the 34-yard line. Great defensive pressure. I see Travis Pickett and Marshall there, but the charge may have been led by Todd Knuckles.
Todd Knuckles got the sack. He was there first.
Moore didn't have any time to throw, Larry. If he had popped up the first time, he might have had a chance to toss the football, but McCandless was covered on the left side. It looked like they might be going to Freddie on a pattern on the left sideline, but Moore never had a chance to throw. Good pressure by Barren County. A loss of 9.
Big play right there on Barren County's defense part. That was a big sack. Glasgow picked up the first down and kept the momentum going. That score in this situation would have been really detrimental to Barren County in the first half.
3rd and 19 for the Trojans, or for the Scotties at the Trojan 32. Moore calling the signals. It's Moore. Toss sweep comes to Gentry. Tries to get to the outside, has it at the 30. Gentry at the 25. Gentry moves down to about the 21-yard line on a toss sweep. So though Glasgow's still far short of the first down, they do move it to about the 21 on the toss sweep to the right. And it's going to be 4th at about 8 for the Scotties.
I think they'll probably go for it here. I don't think Jonathan Belcher's got the leg to kick it that far.
Tommy Muse's first stop, and Tommy's a 5'10", 185-pound senior. On the toss sweep, Gentry gained 11 yards. Big 4th down play for the Scotties right here. They've got it at the Trojan 21-yard line.
I think we're going to take another timeout.
And Jerry Eubank milking the clock right here.
Right.
As Michael Moore calls a timeout with 3:39 left in the first half. The Scotties leading the Trojans 7-0. Back at 1 minute on WCLU Sports.
South Central Bank is the bank that's good for you.
We're the bank that's good for you. The one that helps your hometown too. We're the best at what we do. The bank that does what's good for you.
When you need a loan, of course you deal with a bank. But more importantly, you're dealing with people. At South Central Bank, our people are our strength.
This is Tom Hughes, mortgage loan officer at South Central Bank. Interest rates have been favorable to buying a home these days, and we've been favorable to helping people make those dreams of owning a home come true. See Menace Williams or myself in Glasgow, or Jack London in Park City to find out more about home loans from South Central Bank.
We're the best at what we do. The bank that does what's good for you.
South Central Bank, Glasgow and Park City. Member FDIC.
And an equal opportunity lender.
14 Carat Go, WCLU, Jim Moody, Larry Alexander, Randall Cook, and Bruce Tribune. In just a few minutes, Larry will have his halftime trivia challenge, where you could win a free meal from McDonald's here in Glasgow. And we'll have the Scotty Band as well performing during halftime. Fourth, at about 8 for the Scotties at the Trojan 21. Barren County defensively sets up at a 4-man front. Scotties in that double slot on the left side. Gargeron on the right side of Gentry. Gargeron's almost on the line of scrimmage. McCandless a wide out on the right side, as is Dustin Clark. Michael Moore calling the signals. Kingery moves to his left as Moore. Here's a pass over the middle. It is going to be incomplete. Nice breakup that time by the wide holder, intended for Richie Gargeron.
Didn't fool anybody. He had trips on the right side, and they sent Richie Gargeron out by himself from a back, running back, slot back, and tried to loop it over his head, but it was well played. Corey Profit, I think, broke it up.
Give Barren County credit that time, stopping Glasgow. The sack big in that series.
Yeah, it was. That's a big stop for Barren County. They that gets him right back in the football game right here.
3:33 left in the first half. The Scotties 7 and the Trojans nothing. Barren County goes on offense. They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 21. They're moving to your left in the second quarter. The Glasgow Scotties to your right. Hagan is a wide out on the left side along with Holder. They're in the I formation. Smith is a tailback, and it looks like Hurt is a fullback. Kelly Taylor calling signal. Scotties 6-man front. Taylor on a long count. Here comes a toss sweep to Smith. Smith tries to cut outside. Has it at the 25. Smith at the 30. Smith at the 35. Cuts outside to about the 35-yard line where he'll be close, and I believe he'll have a first down as they mark it at about the 34, and that's well past the first down marker. See, swung to his right, and he had some speed, and they did a good job blocking on the outside that time. Barren County did, and let's give Muse and Marshall some credit over there on that right side as Neil Smith with a pickup of 13 yards. We've got an official's timeout, 3:21 left in the first half. Smith has carried the football 4 times for 23 yards. That stop was made by Michael Moore, his second.
We're not getting a very good containment on the corners over there. Freddie McCandless on one side, Brandon Chambers over here on this other. That time they went to the right side, which is Freddie's side, and just not very good containment. They're doing some good blocking over on that side, one or the other.
Another break for the Trojans. He's pushed out of bounds with the clock stopped. 3:21 left in the second quarter. 4 first downs for Barren County. They're in the I formation. Scotty's 4-man front defensively this time as Taylor, long count. Taylor, handoff. Here comes Smith looking for some running room. Moves it past the 39 to about the 40-yard line. Good job of blocking up front by the Trojans. Smith that time ripped to his right, and then he cut against the grain and picked up about 6. 2nd and 4 is Jonathan McNabb, a 6'1", 198-pound senior from his tackle position with his second stop. Beautiful game program, Larry Alexander, for the 75th anniversary of Scotty football.
It sure is. Got all the information in it you'd want to know about Glasgow football.
Holder wide out on the left side. Hagan on the right side. Hagan on the left. Scotty's 4-man front. Barren County in the I. Here's a handoff to the fullback. Punch it up the middle. Moving the football well past the 45 up to about the 50-yard line. Great second effort by Jason Hurt. 5'9", 165 junior. Scotty thought they had him down at the 45. And boy, on sheer second effort, he carried a couple of tacklers before Brandon Chambers wrote him down at the Scotty 49. Hurt the Scotties. Jason Hurt with a pickup of 10 yards. 1st and 10 for the Trojans at the Scotty 49. 2:30 left in the first half. Barren County trying to get the tying score right here. Taylor with a single back. That's Profit. Taylor, quick pass. It is going to be, is it going to be caught? Is it ruled a catch?
Yes.
The official rules it a catch at about the 40-yard line. I'm not sure who hauled that in. Was it Knuckles? Number 42? No, it was number 8.
Number 8.
Holder. And it is ruled a catch. Gain of about 9. 2nd and 1 for the Trojans. And the 2-minute hurry-up offense. Henley Taylor directing signal. Single back as Profit. He's got the handoff, and he's got running room. Has it past the 36 down to the 35-yard line before the Scotties finally bring him down. Maybe a step beyond that at the 34. So Barren County really using the clock well right here with a minute 56 left in the first half. They've still got a couple of timeouts left. As we've got a Scotty down for the 3rd time in this first half. I'm not sure who's down. Our view is blocked. It's over on the far side, Larry.
Looks like number 41. I think that's Nick Swords. He made the tackle.
Let's take this time out. 1:56 left in the first half. Glasgow 7, Barren County nothing. We'll return in 1 minute on WCLU Sports.
Hey, these days it takes a number to get what you want.
Enter Social Security number now.
How about McDonald's order by number extra value meals?
Enter birth date now.
Your choice of 4 extra value meals, the Big Mac, 2 cheeseburgers, quarter pounder with cheese or McChicken, with sandwich, large fries, and medium drink, each just $2.99.
Enter mother's birth date now.
4 extra value meals, $2.99 each. Numbers you can deal with.
Enter McDonald's drive-thru now.
What you want is what you get at McDonald's.
Prices and participation may vary.
Let me tell you, we're talking opportunity. Jobs, McDonald's jobs.
We're serving up more than just great food at McDonald's. We've got opportunity to go. Good paying jobs with flexible hours and plenty of room for advancement. If you're looking for your sign of opportunity for a great job, you know where to look.
Under the arches that make these opportunities.
So get on the team at McDonald's. It's a job that can take you anywhere.
What you want is what you get. Opportunity at McDonald's today.
14 carry to go. WCLU has, it's like Nick Swords is the injured player, Larry, and he's been helped off the field a little wobbly. But I think he's all right.
Yeah, it looks like he's going to be all right, and he's walking off under his own power. That's a third injury we've had tonight, but all of them have come back so far.
Trojans threatening right now. Their second deepest penetration in this first half. They were hurt by a penalty the first time they had the football when they moved it to the 23. Right now, 1st and 10. And Barren may have all 3 timeouts left. I know they've got 2.
They do. They have all their timeouts left.
1:46 clock rolling here in the first half as Taylor brings his team up to the line of scrimmage. Chris Wyatt, so they wing back wideouts left and right as Profit on the handoff from Taylor, and Profit got maybe a yard, and that's it on the delayed handoff. He scooted it down to the 33-yard line off left tackle. Barron's running a lot of delayed handoffs, but Glasgow guessed right that time. 2nd and 9 as Jonathan McNabb comes up with his 3rd stop. Scotty's 4-man front defensively. Barren County with a single back behind Taylor. That's Profit. It's Taylor. Quick drop. Taylor's being rushed. Here comes the pass. It's going to be incomplete. Holder almost found it, but it was almost picked off by Gargeron.
Yeah, I thought it was Michael Moore.
Moore may have had that.
You're right. 19. He had it right in his hands. It kind of reminds you of the one that happened last year over in the end zone. Freddie McCandless didn't knock down and tipped in the air and was caught for the touchdown by, I think Chapman caught it.
Taylor right now 2 for 4 in the passing department for a total of 11 yards. 3rd and 9. Are you surprised Barron's not putting it up a little bit more? Of course, they've had some success on the ground.
Oh, they've had a lot of success on the ground. I don't think they should should throw if they're not comfortable when they're moving the football like they are on the ground. But Taylor has a good arm, and they lost their receivers from last year in Chapman and Eric Scarborough and those people that had some speed, and probably not comfortable with the passing game yet.
Barron's going to be flirting with a delay of game call here with 1:10 left as they move out of the huddle. Taylor calling the signals. They just avoid it as Taylor drops back. Taylor pretty good protection this time. Here comes the pass. It is way underthrown at about the 8-yard line, and also falling down the intended receiver, which is number 24 for the Trojans, and that is Chris Wyatt. Taylor rode out to his right, had some time to throw the football. Looked like he rushed it a little bit that time.
I think he did. I don't think he had much pressure on him, or it didn't look like he did. He was rolling to his right and just didn't get set up and didn't get enough on the football to get it that length of the field.
Larry, big 4th down play right here with 1:03 left in the first half. Trojans 4th and 9 at the Scotty 33.
Yeah, big play for Glasgow to keep, if they can keep Barren from getting the first down or keep them out of the end zone here right before halftime. There'll be a lot of momentum on their side if they can do that.
Taylor brings his team up to the line of scrimmage. Wide out on the left side is Hagan. Now they're getting their I formation set with Wyatt and Profit. Glasgow, 4-man front defensively. Taylor drops back. Somebody was offsides, or is it a delay of game call? I believe it's delay of game.
Probably delay of game in the backfield. You're right. You saw the flag. I didn't.
Barren flirted with a delay of game call the last time. That is their 5th penalty of this football game for 55 yards. The Scotties have not been penalized yet. 4th and 15.
That's unusual for the Scotties not to be penalized in the first half.
Jerry said they had to do that if they're going to be successful.
That's right, but we've got to keep from turning the football over as we did on the first series that we had.
1:02 left in the first half. Scotties have a 7-0 lead. Richie Gargeron on a 6-yard run. Here come the Trojans. Hagan, a wide out on the right side, Holder on the left. Also a flanker on the left side is Todd Knuckles. Backfield is in the eye. Scotties have a 5-man front. Knuckles is in motion to the right side as Kelly Taylor calling the signals. Taylor on the straight drop. Taylor being rushed. Here's a long pass. It is going to be intercepted by Moore. Has it at the 20. Moore at the 25. Moore at the 30. Cuts to the 35. Moore has it at the 40. Moore at the 45. Moore at the 50. Moore at the 40. Moore at the 35. He's finally taken out of bounds at the Trojan 30-yard line with 47 seconds left. And Glasgow with an opportunity to score late in the first half. Nice running by Michael Moore. He picked it off. Pass again short, I think.
Just like a center fielder, Michael Moore just stepped up, intercepted the football, and then picked his way right down the left sidelines. And
did Taylor push him out of bounds?
I think it was Taylor that pushed him out finally, and had somebody been there to knock Taylor down, he would have gone all the way.
Scotties have it at the 30, a 51-yard return after the interception. But that pass was underthrown, Larry.
Yes, it was. Just a little bit. Had it been on the money, it could have been a touchdown.
Moore brings his team up to the line of scrimmage. Dustin Clark, a wide out on the right side, a backfield in the double slot. As Moore calling the signals. Moore. Toss sweep comes to Kingery. Tries to cut to the outside, has it at the 25. Kingery looking for running room, bulls his way down to about the 23-yard line with 39 seconds. Jerry Eubanks says use that hurry-up offense. The clock rose. Glasgow I still think Glasgow's got a couple of timeouts left, but they're going to have to hurry. 30 seconds to go.
They have one timeout left.
Gain of about 7, actually. 2nd and 7. Stop made by Chris Wyatt. Clock rose. Glasgow's going to have to hurry, Larry. With 20 seconds, they're yet to leave the huddle. They've got one timeout.
Got time to throw this one time and then call timeout.
Moore leads his team up to the line of scrimmage. Larry, that clock is going with 12 seconds. Michael Moore, straight drop. Here's a pass. Wide open to McCandless. Will he have it? He got it. The pass is complete with 6 seconds at the 2-yard line. And Glasgow's going to call timeout. And that pass completion to McCandless, little floater, for 19 yards before he's finally stopped by a Trojan defender. 1st and goal for the Scotties. 22-yard pass completion. The ball looks like it's spotted at about the 1.5-yard line, close to the 2. Timeout Glasgow, Larry.
I think it was number 16 that made the stop in the defensive secondary.
That's Edgar Slagle, 5'9", 152 sophomore. Well, Larry, the Scotties basically have one chance to put it in right here with only 6 seconds left unless they throw a quick pass.
Either that
and it's dropped.
Or go with a field goal, one or the other. I don't know which they're gonna try, but they're should be right down on the 1-yard line, it looks like.
Might be a tough angle for a field goal just near the right hash mark.
Yeah, soccer-style kicker like Jonathan, doesn't have a lot of experience, so you don't know what. It looks like they're going to go for the touchdown here, though.
Do you give it to Kingery and let him try to power his way into the end zone?
Well, it's
or
hard
a little
to say.
misdirection or a toss sweep, maybe.
Yeah, I think Kingery will probably be the man to carry the football.
This is a big play for Barren County, I think, in this football game.
It's a hard decision here. If you had time left on the clock, you definitely go for the touchdown and leave them down there if you don't make it. But now, the field goal looms a big possibility to me.
Moore, toss sweep, Gargeron. He's going to crawl all the way into the end zone for 6. Touchdown, Glasgow, with 1 second left in the first half. Toss sweep just like the first TV run, this time for 2 yards.
And that's why I'm not coaching, because I'd have probably kicked the field goal. But it's good toss sweep right there to Richie. He got the corner, and could anybody catch him to the corner of the end zone.
Talk about the perspective from both teams, Larry. The lift for Glasgow, and certainly has to hurt the Trojans.
It sure does. The turnovers and the penalties have really hurt Barren County here in this first half.
Belcher will be in to try his second extra point of this game. Hughes with the snap, Gargeron with the hold, and Belcher will try to go 2 for 2. Good snap. Here's a kick from Belcher. Kicked it too high. The kick is no good. There is a flag on the play, though. And let's see what we've got. We've got a legal procedure against the Scotties. And, of course, that is going to be declined. That time, Jonathan just basically kicked it straight up in the air.
Yes, he did. He got under that one just a little bit, like a little sandwich shot.
Penalty is declined, and the Scotties have a 13-0 lead with 1 second left in the first half. We'll be back in 30 seconds on WCLU Sports.
A team is a group of people working together for a common goal. The team of 33 people at the Glasgow Electric Plant Board work to provide Glasgow with reliable electric service and superior cable TV service. As residents of Glasgow, you own the Electric Plant Board. The EPB team works for the common good of Glasgow to make the quality of life better for everyone. Support your hometown. The EPB team is working for you day and night. Call them anytime at 651-8341.
Larry, let's ask our 14-karat gold trivia question if we can right now. 651-9149 is the number to call. You could win a free meal from McDonald's in Glasgow, and Matt Gum will tell us in a few minutes who the winner is. Larry?
All right, the first question of the year, first of many. The Barren County Trojans started playing football in the season of 1973 and 1974. In that season, 2 men guided the football Trojans through their first ever campaign. Named the first head coach and his assistant coach in that inaugural season. I'll read it one more time. The Barren County Trojans started playing football in 1973-74. In that season, 2 men guided the football Trojans through their first ever campaign. Named the first head coach and his assistant coach in that inaugural season.
Well, Richie Gargeron on the kickoff kicked it behind the line of scrimmage, and finally a Scotty fell on it. It might have been Chambers back at about the 31. And that ball spun behind the 40 and back to about the 32 before Chambers fell on it. The clock has elapsed, but The officials are discussing it right here. And will Barren County get one play, I wonder?
I don't know. As long as it touches somebody, the clock can start. It was only 1 second on the clock, so it looks like to me the half should be over.
Well, the officials are discussing it, but I'm not sure, Larry.
Well, it looks like the way Barren County players are acting, look like they're going to get one more play because they're signaling for a timeout.
There is no time left on the clock, but Barren County has the football at Glasgow's 33-yard line. And if Barren were to score right here, that would really be a big boost for them. They will have one opportunity from about the Scotty 32, it looks like.
Now, how quick these games change. Barren County threatening, and then all of a sudden an intercepted pass, and Glasgow puts it in the end zone. And now on the kickoff with 1 second to go, they're going to get another chance deep inside their territory to score.
So they've got it at the Scotty 32-yard line. That was a weird kick by Gargeron that time. He was trying to basically put an onside kick where they would not have a possibility to return it, but it didn't work out that way. And the Barren County scores should be very costly for Glasgow.
I don't believe I've ever seen that happen.
No, I don't think I have either, and we've seen a lot of things happen. Glasgow Middle School opens its football season against Allen County September 6th. Stephen Murphy and Johnny Polson coaching the middle school Scotties.
Yeah, they're glad to see Stephen has been the freshman coach here for the last 4 years, I think, and glad to see Stephen in the Glasgow Middle School and doing the football duties, and he's a good man in that job.
One last opportunity for the Trojans. Let's see if they've got a little trickery up their sleeves. 1st and 10 at the Scotty 32. There's no time on the clock, but they will have one chance. I'd like to get a ruling on that.
I'm anxious to hear the explanation that they give them one more play on this.
Well, now the official says put 1 second on the clock. Does he call that a dead ball and it should not have started?
He says the clock shouldn't have started, evidently, but evidently the clock should have as long as it touches somebody. It doesn't make any difference whether it's defense or offense.
Maybe it has to go forward as Taylor on the reverse handoff. Here comes Holder. Holder's got some running room, has it at the 30. Holder at the 25. Tries to cut to the outside. He's finally taken down at the 23-yard line on a little in reverse. And the first half is over as Holder picks up about 8 yards. At the end of one half, Glasgow 13, Barren County nothing. We'll return in 2 minutes on WCLU Sports.
Ahoy, friends. This is Mr. Fish, the guy who never misses the boat. In the midst of our spring cruise, I'm making radio contact with you today, though, to talk about popcorn. At Long John Silver's, we've gotten in the popcorn business. No, we don't have a movie and milk duds to go with it. I'm here to tell you about our new popcorn shrimp. It's the tastiest shrimp you can find. At Long John's, we seek out the best shrimp, make it bite-sized, and put our special breading on. We call it popcorn shrimp. And you can eat it just like popcorn, too, by the handful. It's available as a full meal, by the pound, or from our at-a-piece menu. Just think of Long John Silver's on the Happy Valley Road as a great big theater. Drop in, settle back in your seat with some of our popcorn shrimp, that is. This is Mr. Fish headed for Bermuda to get some shorts for Gaunch's Flaherty shirt. Wonder what size he wears.
For great fish that goes almost anywhere, people who know fish, go fish at Long John Silver's.
I'm an early bird shopper. In fact, I really like to have my Christmas gifts bought before December rolls around. But everybody on my list would have had to share a shiny new transmission as the only gift under the tree if it hadn't been for my new Farmers Premier Reserve account. I was making my list and just about to check it twice when, blam, the transmission completely went out. But all I did was write a check for the repairs from my personal account. That activated my Premier Reserve line of credit. No special visit to the bank, no hassle. And my shopping is back on schedule without pinching a penny.
The new Premier Reserve account from New Farmers is an easy way to have the money available when you need it, be it a breakdown or emergency or just to guard against an overdraft. It's designed for everyone with a low annual fee and low payment schedule. Think of it as an instant loan. Think of it as a cash reserve. It's the Premier Reserve account from NFNB. Ask us for details about the Premier Reserve account from New Farmers National Bank, member FDIC, equal opportunity lender.
14 carry to go, WCLU. Larry, let's ask our trivia question one more time. I assume we don't have a winner at this point. Matt, when we do have a winner, if we have one during our next commercial break, we'll let you announce that for us. And if you've got any scores, we'll let you check on a few of those and have those for us. Larry, let's ask a trivia question one more time. 651-9149 is the number to call.
All the fans must be here at the ball game. Nobody listening. The Barren County Trojans started playing football in the 1973-74 season. In that season, 2 men guided the football Trojans through their first ever campaign, named the first head coach and his assistant coach in that inaugural season.
651-9149. Larry, what about the first half scored, and then we'll go to the Scotty Band.
Okay, first for the Scotties, well, first of all, in the first quarter we had no score. We had Barren County penalties that stopped them, and we had turnovers that stopped the Scotties for the most part. But in the second quarter we got things rolling with 8 minutes and 5 seconds to go in that frame. Glasgow scored. It was a 22-yard drive on 4 plays. It came after a block punt. Actually, I think the punter for Barren County just actually kicked the ball into the back of one of his players, and I don't think a Glasgow player actually blocked it, but it goes down as a block punt. And then 4 plays later, Richie Gajarone went over the goal line from 6 yards out on a 6-yard run. Jonathan Belcher kicked the extra point for a 7-0 lead. Then with 1 second to go in the second quarter, Glasgow again scored, this time after an interception by Michael Moore, who returned it all the way to Barren County's 30-yard line. It took 3 plays. Richie Gajarone this time on a 1-yard sweep. The kick this time by Jonathan Belcher was no good, and the Scotties lead at halftime 13-0.
Randall, let's talk about our Scotty Band. Keith Vincent, the director. I know you're a young one. Miranda's out there, and Glasgow has its first band competition tomorrow night in Grayson County. Tell us a little bit about the band, Randall.
Jim, they've worked really hard this summer and all summer long, and right up to tonight's practice, they've got 80 musicians on the field. They've got 22 color guard and 3 drum majors and various other support personnel that they have, the flag people and the banner people and all such as that. The music they're doing this year is from Andrew Lloyd Webber's music from 5 of his plays. It's from Cats, Jesus Christ Superstar, Evita, Starlight Express, and Phantom of the Opera, plus a Requiem, which is a selection Lloyd Webber wrote for his father's funeral. So I know they worked really hard this year, Jim, and this is their first performance. I know that a lot of the freshmen are probably nervous right now, and they're going to continue to work, and they're working toward the state competition in late October, but they've got their first on-the-field contest tomorrow at Grayson County, and this is actually their first on the field. Now, they've been practicing a lot out here in the parking lot, and they've got it marked off. But this is the first time they've been on the field, so this is a new experience for a lot of these kids.
All right, thank you, Randall. Let's go down to the field and catch the Scotty Band.
Calvert and Nunn Insurance not only offer a variety of policies, but are exceptional in their customer service and up-to-date quotes. Contact Vicki Bartley and her staff for any of your insurance needs. Calvert and Nunn Insurance is next to the Plaza Theater in downtown Glasgow.
say first.
Calvert and Nunn Insurance not only offer a variety of policies, but are exceptional in their customer service and up-to-date quotes. Contact Vicki Bartley and her staff for any of your insurance needs. Calvert and Nunn Insurance is next to the Plaza Theater in downtown Glasgow.
Time on the field this year, and I think they did an excellent job, and I don't know a whole lot about it, but from my point of view, they did an excellent job.
I don't know much about it, but I know I enjoyed it. And the Scotty Band South Central Classic will be on October 22nd here, but Glasgow will be at Grayson County tomorrow for a big band competition, Randall, and that should be a lot of fun.
Should be a lot of fun, Jim, and I'd like to invite anybody that really enjoys music and enjoys watching the band perform. I think it'd be well worth your time to come to Litchfield, Kentucky to see the Glasgow Scotty Band perform tomorrow night.
All right, let's bring Bruce in here and check the stats, and then we're going to talk with Rich Talicki for just a moment about the 75th anniversary of Scotty football. At the half, Bruce, the Scotties lead 13-0.
Well, Jim, like I say, it's been a well-played ball game. I mean, Barron's had several penalties and a couple turnovers, but the stats are pretty even. Glasgow gets a big interception that they run back down to the 20, and they were able to put 6 more on the board before the half. But looking at the first half statistics, Glasgow leads 13-0. In first downs, Barren County picked up 6, the Scotties 4. The Trojans have 80 yards rushing, the Scotties 74. Passing yards, Glasgow 22, Barren County 11. Total yards, the Trojans have 91 total yards, the Scotties 96. Glasgow fumbled one time and lost it. Barren County had one fumble and lost it, and they had one interception. Barren County was penalized 5 times for 55 yards. The Scotties were not penalized. Looking real quick at individual stats, Corey Prophet 6 carries for 42 yards. Kelly Taylor was sacked twice for a -17, and Neil Smith had 5 carries for 30 yards. Taylor was 2 of 6 through the air with 1 interception for 11 yards. Dwight Holder caught one of those for 8, and Randy Knuckles had 1 for 3 yards. Punting the ball, Taylor punted the ball twice for 36, as long as 36. That last one he kicked into the back of one of his own players for an 18-yard average. The Scotties led in rushing by Jeff Kingery with 7 carries on 48 yards, his longest being 18. Richie Gaudreron has 3 carries for 9 yards. He has both of Glasgow's touchdowns. Todd Gentry 5 carries for 16 yards, and Nick Manners 2 carries for 3 yards. Passing, Michael Moore attempted 2, completed 1 for 22 yards. That to Freddie McCandless. Nick Swords had 1 punt from down on the 3-yard line, and he kicked it out to the 46 for a 43. It was a very big punt, because we'd have turned the ball back to Barren County there on about the 20 or 25. They might have scored first, and this score may be just the opposite of what it is.
Thanks, Bruce. Excellent job. Rich Talicki with the Glasgow Quarterback Club. We'll visit with you for just a moment. Great job on the 75th anniversary program, and it's a special night, special season for Scotty football.
It really is. Thank you for the compliment about the program. We're real excited about it. It's the 75th year. Hopefully everybody will have a chance to come to a game or so this year, the past players and stuff. And it's really a celebration of our tradition, not only the winning success, but also producing young men and giving them intangibles to go on in life with.
What about the game? Scotty's up by 13 at the half, but it's really been a tight game.
I'm very happy with that. I think the no penalties is great for Glasgow High, because we've had a problem with that in the past, and the 3-to-1 turnover ratio in our favor has helped us a lot. And I think this team needs it, because they're not a heavily talented team, so they need to do the mental things right, and they've done it right so far.
Rich, you and everybody do a great job with the Glasgow Quarterback Club. Thanks for visiting with us. We'll get you on again in a little more time, okay?
Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Moody.
Thanks a lot, Rich. When we return after 60 seconds, Matt, if we've got a winner on our trivia, you can have that for us. If we've got any scores, we'll let you do that. Glasgow at the half, leading Barren County 13-0. Back with the second half in 1 minute on WCLU Sports.
Not so complicated, as simple as can be. You're my Dr. Pepper, you set my spirit free. Oh, you're a part of me, that's the heart of me. Dr. Pepper, you're a part of me. Dr. Pepper, you're a part of me.
Dr. Pepper, just what the doctor ordered.
Good evening, sports fans. This is Matt at the WCLU Sports Room. First of all, I want to pass along some scores from some area high school football in the area. Of course, you know the big battle out at Scotty Field, Glasgow 13, Barren County nothing. At the halftime, Davies County and Allen County all knotted up at 14. In the third quarter, Edmonson County on top of Caverna, 12-6. In the third quarter also, E-Town and Central Hardin. E-Town's up 7-6. Franklin's got a 7-0 lead over Todd County Central late in the second quarter. No score on Greene County Hart County. Towards the end of the second quarter, Warren East 8, Greenwood nothing. No score on Logan Russell. No score on Metcalf Russell. Not a score yet on LaRue Monroe. And at halftime, Adair County 14, Owen County nothing. And the answer to our trivia question tonight, the answers were Bobby Steebergen was the head coach, Glenn Flanders was his assistant coach, and Mr. David Frazier of here in Glasgow called in, said he played under those two coaches and he'd never forget it. Now back out to you at the Scotty Field.
I wonder if Bobby and Glenn will like that.
Well, I hope they're listening to that. That's a good compliment.
Hey, Matt Gum.
Well, I wonder how he meant that.
I'm sure he meant that. Two fine men, and I know David did a great job, and congratulations to David Frazier. Good to have Matt Gum on the 14 Karat Gold sports team, a Scotty player, did a good job with our scores. Davis County and Allen County look like they've got a good battle going, Larry.
14. Yeah, it looks 14. I don't know how good Davies County is, but Allen County got 16 kids coming back. I think 10 out of 11 or something starters, and they should have a good team.
E-Town and Central Hardin a tight battle too.
Yeah, I don't know much about E-Town. I think Bullitt East probably picked up there in that district this time.
Jonathan Belcher set to kick off for the Scotties. The kick it on the ground. It is picked up by a Trojan. Slago's got it at the 35. Slago breaks one tackle, has it at the 40. Slago finally ridden down at the 42-yard line. So Belcher kicked off that time, and
he made his first tackle ever.
Jonathan made the tackle.
That's right.
And Slago on the return for Barren County of about 12 yards. So they'll have it at 1st and 10. Good field position for the Trojans as we begin the second half. Scotty Band marching in front of the fans here, getting a nice round of applause. Thanks to Matt Gunn for passing along those scores of the trivia winner. And Matt will have more scores for us throughout the night. Barren County moves to your right in the third quarter. Glasgow to your left. Trojans up to the line of scrimmage. Wideouts on both sides. Kelly Taylor calling the signals. Knuckles is in motion to the near side. Now he's at a tight end position. It's Taylor on the toss sweep to Neil Smith. Smith cuts to the outside, and boy, almost wrapped up by Kingery. Finally taken down by McCandless at the 44. Did you see how far Kingery moved over, Larry, to almost, really he slowed down Smith on that toss sweep and almost got the stop. But you've got to give Kingery almost half the credit for that tackle. He slowed him down. Pickup of about 2, second and 8. Kingery's really been impressive to me so far.
Yeah, he came from that middle linebacker spot that time, and nobody touched him. He just had a full throttle right at Smith, the ball carrier, and slowed him up. He couldn't make the tackle, but Freddie McCandless was right there to clean him up.
Smith, 6 carries, 32 yards. The fullback is Knuckles. Smith is a tailback. Kelly Taylor calling the signal. Scotty's 5-man front. It's Taylor on the quick drop. Taylor, pass over the middle, is caught by Knuckles. Nice catch as Knuckles hauls it down to about the 40-yard line. The flag is dropped back at the Trojan 40. And let's see what we're going to have. We're going to have roughing the passer on the Scotties.
Number 10, I think it's Richie Gazzarone that they're going to call that on.
Nice drop by Taylor, and the tight end Knuckles was wide open over the middle, and then tack on 15 yards for the penalty, Larry, and Barren County's in business.
Well, there's our first penalty, and it's a big one already here in the third quarter. Something that we don't need. I don't know, wasn't really watching it, but Richie was the last one to get up, and he's the one that they're going to hit with the penalty.
10:39 left in the third quarter. Glasgow 13, Barren County nothing, but the Trojans take the opening kickoff, complete a pass. That pass completion, 15 yards before the stop was made by Scotty.
Michael Moore.
That is his third. Moore, of course, with the big interception near the end of the first half that led to a Scotty score. And on top of the pass completion, a penalty, well, let's see, penalty's not marked off. I guess, Larry, I thought the official was going to mark a penalty off, but is it an option?
They'll get the first down.
Take the first down instead of the penalty. I assume that's what it would be.
I guess that's what it's going to be.
You don't tack it on at the end of the play.
Well, I thought
most personal fouls you did.
Foul. That's right. I thought it was a personal foul.
Not so. So Glasgow's not been penalized yet this
Got
year.
a big break.
Backfield in the eye. Trojans at the Scotty 40. They're still moving the football. Unbalanced line to the left as Taylor calling the signals. Here's a handoff, and there was a mix-up in the backfield, and the fullback, Jason Hurt, is met at the line of scrimmage and dropped for a loss of about a yard. I think there was a mix-up between the fullback for Barren County, Hurt and Taylor, and it leads to a loss of actually 2 yards. A 2nd and 12. Jeremy Poland, 5'8", 178-pound senior, makes the stop for the Scotties. Poland in up front for the Scotties right now at a right tackle position, Kaywood. Barren County's got to become more consistent because they've had some big penalties and some dropped balls that have hurt them.
I think the penalties are the main, their main thing tonight that's hurt them.
Taylor looks over, a 5-man front for the Scotties. High formation, long count. Handoff, delayed, comes to Smith. He cuts outside at the 35, has it at the 30. Smith at the 25. Smith taken down at about the 23-yard line, and he scampers outside. Great yardage for the Trojans. That's a big lift Barren County needed, and he is ruled down on the left sideline at about the 23. And he does have some speed. He's got good mobility, and he hit to the outside, and there wasn't a Scotty defender between him and about the 30, and he raced for 19 yards, and the Trojans moving the football like they did on their first possession of this game. 19-yard pickup for Smith, 7 carries, 51 yards. A tackle made by Todd Gentry, his third. Here come the Trojans, 1st and 10 at the Scotty 23. Backfield is in the eye. Taylor calling the signals. Receivers split left and right. Knuckles now tied in, unbalanced line to the right. Scotty 6-man front. Here comes the handoff to Smith. Smith is slowed that time as he crawls down to about the 21-yard line. Again, good penetration by Glasgow's defensive front. I saw McNabb getting up.
Yeah, you're right. He and Jeff Kingery both in on that tackle.
McNabb's 4th of the game. We didn't mention the tackles, and that's my fault, Kaywood. I didn't have you mention those at the half, but Larry will do that, of course, at the end of the game.
Yeah, we'll get those. Dustin Clark came out, by the way, and Brandon Chambers back in at the cornerback spot over there where they've been running on that left side.
2nd and 8 for the Trojans as it's Scotty 21. Glasgow leading 13-0, 8:34 left in the third quarter. Taylor calling signals right here. Taylor, long count. Taylor, toss sweep comes to Smith. Smith tries to cut to the outside. He's got some running room as he pushes it past the 15 down to about the 11-yard line. Difficult to tell on that far side where he'll be ruled out of bounds. Maybe the 12. And right now they are hurting Glasgow on the quarters.
That's right, on the left side. We're just not getting out there and containing it. They're making a good knockout block there on McNabb, and then the cornerback, who is Brandon Chambers at this time, is not being able to fill in, and Todd Gentry is having to come up from a free safety there to make the tackle.
Smith on the toss sweep to the left, picks up 9 yards. 1st and 10 for the Trojans. That's their 8th first down by the rush, 9th first out of this game, and they're in business at the Scotty 12-yard line. 1st and 10. They operate out of the eye with Taylor calling the signals. Glasgow's got a 4-man front. Taylor on the long count. There's a handoff as Profit moves to the outside, has it at the 10. Profit is upended at about the 5-yard line. Good run by Corey Profit. He banged it past the 10 and moved it down to about the 5-yard line. Pickup of about 7. 2nd and 3, and right now they're just moving the ball down Glasgow's throat.
Yeah, they're not going inside either. Everything is outside. The plays that have been run inside in between the tackles haven't gotten very much yardage, but they're going outside and getting a lot of yardage.
Profit 7 carries, 49 yards. He picked up 7 that time. Trojans deepest penetration of this game. 2nd and 3 at the Scotty 5. Trying to cut Glasgow's lead of 13. Taylor, long count. Here's a handoff. Wrapped up at about the 4-yard line as a fullback. Getting that, or wasn't, that was actually the tailback Profit. 2nd man through. He picked up maybe a yard. It's going to be 3rd and 3. Better line play by the Scotties. Well, really the middle of the line, Glasgow's been pretty tough. McNabb that time plugged the hole and got his 5th stop. Let's see if Barren tries the outside this time. Maybe a little toss sweep to the tailback, Larry.
Be very surprised if they don't go outside somewhere.
3rd and 3 for the Trojans at the Scotty 5-yard line.
They got Profit in at tailback now, and I'd be very surprised if he didn't get it.
9 o'clock, WCLU Glasgow. They're running out of the power eye. You're right. Here's a handoff to Profit. Profit scampers. Has he got 6? Yes! Touchdown, Barren County. Great second effort by Corey Profit. And the Trojans have cut Glasgow's lead to 7 at 13-6 with 6:49. Very impressive drive for Johnny Hines Trojans, and that's what Barren County needed. Glasgow Trailer leading 13-6. Very good drive by the Trojans. Really a big pass play to Knuckles over the middle, got it started. And the Trojans march about 70, or about 60 yards on that drive at about 10 plays. Here's Neil Smith in to attempt the extra point for Barren County. Trojans need an extra player into the lineup, and Randy Knuckles does that. Smith looks like he'll be a conventional style kicker. Kick straight away. Nice snap. No, they run the fake. Here's Taylor. Taylor being chased by Gargeron. Taylor cuts outside, and he's short of the goal line. 2-point try is no good. It looked like a pure fake that time.
Right, a good play by Jeff Kingery on the defensive end to tackle him before he gets to the end zone. But it was going to be a pass play all the way, I think.
Johnny Hines said we may go for 2 a lot this year. If we can convert half of them, they're just as good as kicking extra points.
That's right, because they lost their kicker in Clemens there, a broken leg.
So officially, the touchdown for Barren County. Profit a run of 5 yards. 6:49 left in the third quarter. A tight one here at Hank Roy Stadium. 9-play drive that time. It's 13-6. Glasgow leading Barren County. Back in 30 seconds on WCLU Sports.
Now at Cinema to Go. He's on your side, and he's on video and on Deadly Ground. Action hero Steven Seagal of Under Siege stars in on Deadly Ground, an explosive show of force that Mick LaSalle of the San Francisco Chronicle says is in every way the equal of Under Siege. In terms of scale, it's even bigger. Steven Seagal, he's a guy who takes sides, but be glad he's on yours when the fight to save the Alaskan wilderness takes place on Deadly Ground. Now on video cassette from Warner Home Video, rated R. It's Cinema to Go. Cinema to Go in the Southgate Plaza and Barren River Plaza in Glasgow.
Jason Hurt, end over end boot, taken by Gentry, picks it up at the 20, has it at the 25. Gentry takes it back to about the 29-yard line where the Scotties will have it, a 1st and 10. About a 9 or 10-yard return that time before he was taken down by a member of the Trojan special teams. So now the momentum swinging to Barren County's side. They trail 13-6. They want a defensive stop. The Scotties want to move that football. Jason Hurt, the kicker, made the tackle. 10-yard return, 1st and 10 for the Scotties at their own 29-yard line.
That's right. The Trojans have come out after halftime and shown that they weren't dead. Now it's the Scotties' turn to show that they still got some momentum from that first half.
Double slot for the Scotties behind Michael Moore. Fullback is Mainers. The motion to the near side is Todd Gentry. Here comes Mainers on the toss sweep. Takes it past the 30, up to about the 33-yard line. Mainers really runs that ball hard. And he'll pick up pretty good yardage that time on the toss whip to the left. Just got the simple pitch from Moore and took off. Pickup of about 5, 2nd and 5, as Tommy Muse makes his second tackle. Muse coming in from a outside linebacker. 6 minutes to go, third quarter. Scotties 13, Trojans 6. Scotties have it at their own 33.5. Wide out on the right side is McCandless, slots, Gargeron and Gentry. Single back is Mainers. That's Clark that's actually at the other slot as Mainers gets a handoff, tries to charge it up the middle, bangs it past the 35 to the 36-yard line. That's going to bring up 3rd and about 3 for the Scotties. He's trying to work up the middle that time was Mainers, but a better job defensively by the interior of the Trojan line, a gain of about 2. It's going to be 3rd and about 3 for the Scotties. A big 3rd down play for Glasgow High's offense right here. Making that stop was Anthony Marshall, his 5th. We've called his name several times tonight.
Several times. That's his 5th stop tonight.
Big 3rd down play right here as Moore will bring his team up to the line of scrimmage. Trojans at a 4-4 defense right now. Scotties in that double slot. As on the quarterback keeper, here comes Moore. Has the first down past the 40. Rolls past the 45. And on the quarterback draw, Michael Moore has the first down at his own 47-yard line. Good fake that time.
Well, there's our mystery man again with the tackle, number 64. But that play has worked twice tonight. I call that the Chad Meadows play. That's the one that Chad made famous while he was here at quarterback.
1st and 10 for the Scotties at their own 47-yard line. Moore with a carry of 11 yards. And for Glasgow, that's their first down of this half, the 5th one of the game. At the 47, they work against the 4-man front. Double slot for the Scotties. McCandless a wide out on the left side. Toss sweep comes to Mainers. Cuts outside, has it at midfield. Mainers is pushed out of bounds as he moves into Trojan territory at about the 48. Shoved out of bounds. Both of these teams like to run the toss sweeps, Larry, and Coach Eubanks said we can show some misdirection from this double slot. It's a ball, it can be a ball control offense, and I think it's worked pretty well. Gain of about 5, 2nd and 5. Stop made by Corey Profit, his 2nd.
Yeah, it sure has tonight. It's worked really well. Nick Manners and Jeff Kinger really complement each other at that fullback position. They're getting the brunt of the carries tonight, and they're doing the hard work inside, and they're going outside some.
Glasgow's offensive line's doing a pretty good job too.
Yes, they have so far.
Bird Poland, Hughes, Bragg, and McNabb. Double slot for the Scotties on 2nd and 5. Moore, handoff, trying to charge up the middle, but Kingery's not going anywhere that time. Takes it to about the 48, no gain. Better penetration defensively. Was it England there? Rondell England?
Yes, sir. That's his 5th tonight.
He really impresses me, Larry. Good athlete.
He is a good football player. He and number 51, Marshall, are really good looking on that line.
Very active. I think they've got, what, 10 tackles between them?
They sure do.
You know, England started, or he saw a lot of action as a sophomore. Now he's a seasoned senior, and he's showing that leadership defensively. Double slot for the Scotties. Kingery's a fullback behind Moore. McCandless is a wideout. Gargeron and Gentry on 3rd and 5. Michael Moore calling the signals. Actually, that's Chambers. Here comes a toss sweep to Kingery. He's not going to go anywhere. He's going to be pushed back behind the line of scrimmage, back in Scotty territory at the 47-yard line. Play never developed on the toss sweep. And give Barren County's front line some credit that time as Corey Profit with his 3rd stop.
That's the same play that got us down to the goal line a few minutes ago with the run that Jeff Kingery made that time. Nowhere to go. Corey Profit smelled it out and got him for about a 2 or 3 yard loss.
Loss of 5. It's 4th and 9 for the Scotties. Profit back to receive at his own 22. Nick Swords to punt, had a 43-yard to punt his first time. Here's a kick from Swords. High end over end, boot fairly short. It will take a Glasgow roll inside the 30. Now it takes a Barren County roll at about the 28-yard line. So the Trojans will have it 1st and 10, trailing 13-6 with 3:08 left in the 3rd quarter. So Glasgow moves it a little bit, Larry, but Barren County, a couple of big defensive stops on Kingery, and they're back into business with a chance to take the lead on this drive or tie the game. They trail 13-6 with 3:08 left in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, they definitely have the momentum right now. It's up to Glasgow's defense now to put a stopper on them and get the football back and show that they're still in control of the ball game.
29-yard punt, no return. Trojans have it 1st and 10 at their own 29. Howard Belcher punted that football. It was not Swords. Sorry. Swords is out right now. And I don't know what kind of injury he suffered, Larry. So Randall said it might be a shoulder injury. I apologize. That was Belcher who punted it. Here on the toss sweep is Profit. That's outside. Moves it up to about the 29-yard line. So Belcher punted the football that time, Larry. And as Randall mentioned, Swords is out.
Yeah, one of them wears 41 and the other wears 40, and we just didn't pick that up.
Does he have his left shoulder in a
He sure does.
cast?
He does. He has his left shoulder in a sling of some kind or another.
That's a tough break for the Scotty. Swords, a good young athlete. And with the little depth that Glasgow's got, they can ill afford injuries. So he's the biggest casualty that we've seen to this point. It's going to be 2nd and 9. That stop was made by Stephen Hughes, his first. Here's Taylor. Hand off up the middle. Profit's got it at the 35. Profit at the 40. Profit at the 45. Profit finally ridden out of bounds by Gentry at the Scotty 45-yard line. By Jonathan McNabb is injured for the Scotties back at the 28. But a nice run by Profit that time on the delayed handoff. And he scampers into Scotty territory at the 45-yard line. 1st and 10 for Barren County.
That's the old bread and butter there. That's the play that's really gone for Barren County all night, either with Smith carrying the ball or Profit carrying the ball, and we haven't stopped it yet.
Profit, 26-yard carry. 11 rushes for 80 yards. We've got an official's timeout on the field. McNabb is injured. Let's take this break. 1:51 left in the 3rd quarter. Glasgow 13, Barren County 6. Back at 1 minute on 14 Karat Gold Sports.
One of the toughest jobs if you're remodeling a home or building a new home is to get all the moldings and the trim to come out looking just like you want it. Maybe you've added a wall or taken out a cabinet and you just can't seem to get all that molding to match up because either it's not made anymore or you can't find enough of it. Well, did you know that at Square Deal Lumber Company's shop there in Cave City, they actually make hardwood moldings? It's true. Maybe you're redoing an older home. Maybe an architect has drawn a particular design up that they'd like for you to use in your design or construction. Well, at Square Deal Lumber Company, they can make that molding in poplar or oak, cherry, walnut, any species that you'd like. They can do it. Square Deal uses only clear, high-grade lumber, which means there's not any finger joints that are going to show through the finish or that won't come apart later on down the road. And they're priced competitively because they make them right there in the shop in Cave City. So bring your plans, bring your sample, and realize that the buck stops with the folks at Square Deal Lumber Company in Cave City. They can get the job done for you.
Jonathan McNabb still being worked on back at the Trojan 29. Looks like he might have a muscle cramp, though. McNabb, that's the second time that he's been injured in this game.
Yeah, I think it's just a muscle cramp this time. He should be back after they get it rubbed out.
Larry, next week, Glasgow at Harrodsburg. Barren County visits Greenwood. The rest of Glasgow's schedule, they will battle Leetown and Corbin. Back-to-back at home, then Russell County, then Hart County, Adair County, Russellville, Monroe County, and Allen County, Scottsville. Tough old schedule.
Tough schedule. That's the district may not be as tough as it has been in the past. I think Allen County by far is supposed to be the best team. After them, I think the Scotties could be really picked number 2 in that district.
Monroe's got some speed, but they lost their line.
They do have some speed, but they don't have any kind of lineman coming back. It's really inexperienced. But by the time we play them, they'll be experienced, I'd say, because it's going to be the last game of the season. But what happens between now and then is going to be the question. I think Glasgow does have a chance to do well in the district if we're not beat up and don't lose our enthusiasm and emotion after these first 4 ball games.
They continue to work on McNabb, so working that muscle cramp out. Louisville Mail, the top preseason team in the Courier Journal coaches poll, number 1. In 3A, it's Covington Catholic. In 2A, it's Danville. Corbett is number 4. Bullitt East is number 6. Class single A, it's Beechwood. Harrodsburg is number 5.
Yeah, Beechwood is at Warren Central tomorrow night in the Heritage Bowl, so that should be a good game. Going to mention Tony Driver, of course. He's going to start tailback, I think, for the Mayo Bulldogs this year, the Class 4A defending state champions, and we wish him all the luck in the world.
He's been mentioned as one of the top sophomores in the state of Kentucky.
That's right. He's an excellent athlete. You could tell that from the years that he spent here in Little League and in the middle school program.
Let's see who McNabb's replacement is, Kay Wood, as he limps off the field just a little bit. Is it going to be Jeremy Poland? I notice that he's putting his helmet on.
Number 62, I think John Jay's in there.
Okay, John J. Bird. You're right. So here comes Barren County. And again, they're moving the football. And on this drive, if they take it in, they could either tie it or take the lead, depending on what they do in the extra point conversion, if they continue to move the football. And they've moved it well the first series of the second half. And right here with the minute 51 left in the third quarter, Scotty's 13, Trojans 6.
They have. In the first half, they stopped themselves. This time, they haven't stopped themselves with penalties, and they're moving the ball really well.
Running the I formation. Quick pitch comes to Profit. Profit cuts outside, has it at the 40. Profit at the 35. Profit upended at about the 33, 32-yard line. No, he moved it down a little more than that. He moved it down to about the 30-yard line. Very difficult to tell on that far sideline until the official gives us a straight mark. It's at the 30, pick up a 15 on the toss sweep.
Very same play that they ran the last 2 times.
15-yard pickup, 12 carries, 95 yards for Profit. He's nearing that 100 mark. It's Todd Gentry, his 6th tackle.
And now, if they can't stop it any better than that, Todd Gentry will have 10 or 12 tackles before the night's over if he can catch up to them.
Taylor sets the ball club down with the I formation. Receiver split left and right. Scotty's 4-man front. Here's a handoff and up. Met at the line of scrimmage, and bubbling the football was Knuckles. Taylor picked it up, but he's bulldozed back, and let's see where the forward progress is marked for the Trojans. It's going to be a big loss, and it's going to be spotted at the 37-yard line. So it's a loss of 6, 2nd and 16. And again, it looked like a mix-up in the backfield, or there was great penetration by the Scotty defense. John J. Bird, a 6'1", 203-pound junior, with the tackle.
I think a little bit of both, but I think Randy Knuckles went the wrong way, or the quarterback turned the wrong way. I tend to think it was probably Randy. He's a freshman. I don't want to blame it on anybody, but I think one of them went the wrong way or turned the wrong way and caused the mix-up.
Loss of 7, 2nd and 17 for the Trojans at the Scotty 37. As Taylor drops back. Taylor is going to be sacked back at about the 42-yard line. 2nd sack of the night for the Scotties. Was it Stephen Hughes?
That's right, Stephen Hughes.
Larry, mistakes hurting the Trojans right here. Loss of about 5. It's going to be 3rd and 22 at the Scotty 42-yard line.
Seems like when Glasgow puts them in a long situation, either 2nd down and long or 3rd down and long, they have a good chance of stopping them. Of course, I guess that's true against any team, but when they have to go into a passing mode, Glasgow has a better chance defensively.
The third quarter has come to an end. Barren County moving the football well in this period. They cut Glasgow's 13-point lead to 7. At the end of 3 quarters, it's Glasgow 13, Barren County 6. We'll return in 1 minute on WCLU Sports.
Here we go. I want to taste. Makes me delirious. My Papa John's pizza. Some kind of serious. I call my Papa. Papa John's. So call your Papa. Papa John's. Now that's serious pizza.
Call your Papa at 651-7775.
Papa John's will be running a after-game special tonight after the game. Large, unlimited topping pizza, $8.99. After the game up until 11 o'clock. I'll send a score out to you folks out at the Glasgow game. Harrodsburg in the fourth quarter, big over Bull County, 20-0. Now back out to the game.
Thank you, Matt. Harrisburg is Glasgow's next opponent. They've got a big offensive line, as we mentioned. The 277 and 315. The Johnson boys, Coach Alvis Johnson's, I believe that's his name.
Alvis Johnson.
Yeah, Alvis Johnson's sons. And they're only sophomores. I think there's a lot of food around the Johnson household.
Did he say Boyle County? Is that who they're playing?
Yeah.
Boyle County.
277 and 315. Randall Cook, just about his weight. 3rd and 22 for the Trojans. Larry moving to your left in the final quarter. Glasgow moving to your right. Trojans in the I formation. Glasgow 5-man front defensively as Taylor on the straight drop. Taylor's being chased. Taylor, little flare pass is going to be caught by Profit, but Profit is going to be dragged down back at the 49-yard line, and that's going to be a big loss.
Michael Bragg on that stop.
And they really flushed Taylor out of the pocket. I don't know who provided the pressure.
It was Jeremy Poland after him and John J. Bird up front, and then Michael Bragg made the stop.
Pass completion -7. 4th and 29. So the Trojans moved the football well, but the Scotties with some big defensive stops. A quarterback sack, and then the mix-up in the backfield really got it started for the Trojans.
That's exactly what Glasgow needed to do, was make a big stop on that series.
It was a punt almost blocked by Gentry, or rather by Garzeron. Taylor's punt rolls down at about the 24-yard line. But the Scotties will have it 1st and 10 with 11:16 left in this game. Well, Garzeron almost blocked that punt. But the Scotties have it 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line. That punt carried 25 yards, Randall and Bruce say. 11:16 left. We've got Little League football sign-up. Randall, Glasgow Little League football sign-up on Tuesday, August the 30th at Bunch School Center at 6 o'clock.
Yeah, it's Little League football time again, Jim, and Little League football is, has been the backbone of the Glasgow Scotty football program for years, and I'm sure it will be again this year.
We'll talk more about that in just a second. As Moore with a double slot. Handoff comes to Gentry, tries to cut to the outside. Oh, he slipped down at about the 24. Profit was there to meet him. And there have been a lot of coaches that have been involved in this program. You've got to be at least 10 years of age. You cannot be 13 as of the final night of sign-up. And it's a great, great league. Flag football sign-ups for ages 7 through 9 will be held September 6th and the 8th. Loss of about a yard, 2nd and 11, as Corey Profit with his 4th tackle.
I tell you something that was good to see, Jim, over the year that Joey Stockton had last year at North Hardin. One of the men that he commended for his start in football was Ed Albany.
I remember
Glasgow
that.
Little League.
Glasgow in the double slot on 2nd and 11. As the option pitch comes to Gentry, tries to get to the outside, moves it past the 25 to about the 26-yard line before he's upended. That little option pitch from Moore, scampered past the 25 to the 26, but it's going to be 3rd and long for the Scotties, 3rd and 8. And that stop was made by Kelly Taylor. But we'll look forward, Randall, to the start of the Little League football season.
It's right around the corner, Mr. Moody, and football's getting into full swing here in Glasgow and Barren County.
9:45 left in this game. Scotties facing 3rd and 8 with trip set to the right. Michael Moore. Oh, he fumbled the football, and there's a scramble for it, and I believe Barren County's got it, Larry. They've got it at the Scotty 25-yard line. Big break for the Trojans right there. Mishandled snap, and Barren County with a lot of life right here, trailing 13-6. I'm not sure who fell on it.
Anthony Marshall, number 51.
Well, he's been active, and there's no doubt about that. 9:34 left. Big turnover for the Scotties right there. Let's see if the Trojans cash in.
Second turnover for the Scotties tonight, and that's another big one. First time they escaped. This time they may not.
9:30 left in this game. Glasgow 13, Barren County 6, but the Trojans have it at the Scotty 25-yard line. They'll have it 1st and 10. A big opportunity for the Trojans. Take the lead right here, and a big defensive series for the Scotties. Billy Taylor adjusting equipment on Neil Smith. Smith's been tough in that tailback position. Jason Hurd is a fullback. As a toss sweep will come to Smith. Smith cuts to the outside, moves inside, past the 25 to about the 24-yard line. Did a lot of shaking, but didn't shake loose that last Scotty tackler, who is Jonathan McNabb, his 6th stop. Really no gain on the play, 2nd and 10. They tried the toss sweep, but Glasgow defense did better that time.
Played it real well that time. The defensive end on that side, who was Stephen Hughes, got out, turned it in, and cut it back inside. And that time they feel Jonathan McNabb came from his right tackle slot there and filled in real well.
Clock becoming a little bit of a factor, Larry. 8:34 left in this game. Glasgow leading 13-6. Barren 2nd and 10 at the Scotty 25. Again, the Trojans out of the eye. Glasgow 4-man front. As Kelly Taylor calling the signals. Taylor on a long count. Blade handoff comes to Smith. Scoots past the 20, down to the 15. And Smith's got the first down at about the 13-yard line. So he rips it up the middle. The Barons line did a good job that time of moving the Scotties off the football. Lawson, Brownie, Mesker, Muse, and Marshall up front for the Trojans. They did a great job of moving the Scotty front line. They've not had a lot of success up the middle, but that time Smith powered his way for 12 yards. 11 carries, 74 yards, another first down. That's 12 for Barren County, and they've got it at the Scotty 13. 1st and 10 with 8:03 left in this game. Glasgow up 13-6, but Barren County threatening. Wideouts on the left side, Hagan and Holder. Backfield is in the eye as another toss sweep comes to Profit. Cuts to the outside. Profit is ripped down at about the 10-yard line. Nice solo stop. Who was it, Gentry?
Gentry again.
That's about 7 for him, isn't it?
Yes.
6 or 7.
They really buried Stephen Hughes that time on the line of scrimmage, and that sprung him outside. But Todd came in and filled in real well, even though he still got 4 yards on it.
Profit moves it down to just inside the 10-yard line. 2nd and 6 for the Trojans at the Scotty 9.5. 7:25 left in this game. Barren County trailing Glasgow 13-6. Glasgow led at the half 13-0, but Barren County really dominated this second half. Michael Moore comes off the field. Chambers, I believe, replaces him.
That's Marshall over on that line, on that right tackle over there blocking.
Hand off up the middle and crashing his way down to about the 6 or 7 yard line off the right side is going to be the fullback. That might have been Hurt who carried that football. I believe it was Hurt, Jason Hurt, number 23. Powers his way for a couple of yards. It's going to be 3rd and a short 4, a long 3, however you want to call it, at the 7-yard line. Mike Bragg's 3rd stop. 6:44 left in this game. Barren County trailing Glasgow 13-6. If the Trojans score here, Larry, Glasgow would still have time. That's if Barren County took the lead. They're going to have to think about it. Will they try to kick or go for 2 if they score?
I don't know. You'll have to talk to Mr. Hines about that.
Trojans say we want to score first. Here's a toss sweep to Profit. Profit drives close to the end zone. Does he have it? He's down to about the 1-yard line on the toss sweep. And I believe it's going to be 1st and goal for the Trojans. Nice move by Profit that time.
Boy, it looked like they had him wrapped up. Freddie McCandless looked like he had him wrapped up back there and let him go, and he got all the way to the 1.
1st and goal for the Trojans at the Scotty 1 as this nip and tuck battle is going down to the wire. Freddie McCandless may have a leg cramp right now as there's timeout on the field. 13-6, Barren County trailing Glasgow, but the Trojans have it 1st and goal at the Scotty 1. Mike Bragg's 4th stop, but Profit that time went over 100 yards, 14 carries, 103 yards as he busted his way on the right side for 5 yards. We'll return in 1 minute on WCLU Sports.
Golden Farley, 112 East College Street, Glasgow, is a full-service men's store featuring suits and sports coats from Corbin and Austin Reed, sportswear from Polo, Rough-Hewn, and Cutter and Buck, shoes from Cole Haan. When the occasion's black tie, remember that Golden Farley also has tuxedo rentals. From dress to sportswear, rely on Golden Farley, 112 East College Street, Glasgow, your full-service men's store. Golden Farley, Glasgow.
This is Matt Gum at the WCLU Sports Room. A couple of final scores to pass along. Evanston County 20, Calvert 18. Calvert went for the 2-point conversion at the end of the game, missed it by about 6 inches. E-Town and Central Hardin 15, E-Town 7. And in an updated game, Russellville 42, Logan County nothing. Send it back out to the field, now to Jim Moody.
Thank you, Matt. Matt just told us Russellville 42, Logan County nothing. We know Russellville's tough. E-Town lost to Central Hardin 15 by a score of 15-7. And Evanston County beat Calvert 20-18. Central Hardin 15, E-Town 7. Evanston County beat Calvert 20-18. Evanston County 20, Calvert 18. And the other score he gave us, Larry, was Russellville 42, Logan County nothing.
Ooh, Mr. May had a bad start, didn't he?
Well, Russellville will give a lot of folks a bad start, won't they? They're tough. They're going to give the Glasgow Scotties fits.
That's another one of those cross-town rivalries right there.
Right.
Logan County, Russellville.
Well, McCandless coming off the field. He's limping a little bit. Now let's see who's going to be in that defensive backfield for the Scotties. I see Gentry and Brandon Chambers back there. Let's see who else the Scotties have. There's Gargerwone.
15, Will Whiteside's in, I think.
Mainers is also, of course, there in the...
No, I'm sorry, that's 19. That's not 15.
Michael Moore.
Number 11 is Dustin Clark.
Trojans, Larry, have a chance to cut it to 1 right here. They've got Travis Pickett. Like Refrigerator Perry, the big man in the back of the eye to lead the block. Here comes Profit. That's to the outside. Does he score? Yes. Touchdown. Barren County just slipped to the outside and scored. And now the Trojans trail the Scotties 13-12. And now it's decision time for Johnny Hines. 6:14 left in this game. Does he try for 2 or will he go for 1? Larry, my instinct tells me he may go for 2 right here.
I'd say, I think he probably, well, I don't know, Jim. There's 6:14 to go. If Glasgow gets a drive, he may not get the football back and may not have a chance to get that extra point. So
they're going for 2 right here.
He's going for the win.
The first timeout is going to be called by Barren County. And that is going to be their first timeout of the second half. Scotties 13, the Trojans 12, 6:14 left in this game. We'll return in 30 seconds on WCLU Sports.
The $2.99 hamburger combo has gotten awfully common. So where do you go? Well, you go where you can get the best hamburger, Wendy's. You see, at Wendy's, our $2.99 quarter-pound single combo starts with fresh beef served hot off the grill. You add Biggie fries and a 20-ounce drink, and you've got yourself a great meal for just $2.99. Other places can try to match our low prices, but they can't match our great food.
Hi, this is Dave Thomas. Just remember this. When you start with the best hamburger in the business, you end up with the best combo in the business.
1-yard run.
14 carry to go, WCLU. Corey Profit on a 1-yard run after the Scotties fumbled it. And Barren County marched 25 yards. And that fumble proves to be costly for the Scotties.
Sure does. That's their second turnover of the game. And this was the first one they escaped on, the second one they didn't. And then we've got a 13-12 ball game here. And it looks like Barron's going for 2.
They've got a lot of confidence. They've got that big line, and they may put Pickett in that backfield as a lead blocker.
They do. May go with the same play.
The tailback behind him is Profit. It's Glasgow. Here's a handoff. No, Taylor on the fake. Here's the pass in the end zone. Is it caught? Yes! 2-point conversion. Good by Barren County. And it was Knuckles, Todd Knuckles, who caught the 2-point pass. And the Trojans lead the Scotties 14-13 with 6:14 left in this football game. We'll be back in 30 seconds on WCLU Sports.
When you think of the name Glass Paving, there are several things you should associate with that name. Foremost is quality. Regardless of the size jobs the folks at Glass Paving set out to do, each one is approached with quality in mind. That's how they built their business, by making sure that every customer is pleased with their finished product. And right now, Glass Paving is ready to give you a quote on your paving needs. Call 651-3897 and see how easy it is to make arrangements for your paving job. Remember, there's no job too large or small, from driveways to parking lots to any sized road project. Give Glass Paving a call at 651-3897. Glass Paving in our new location at 2870 North Jackson Highway. Glass Paving.
Barren County leads Glasgow 14-13 as Taylor on the deep rollout Finds Knuckles open in the end zone, and the Trojans have their first lead of this game. And really, Larry, they've been dominant in the second half.
Yeah, they have. They've come out, and their offensive line has really done a job on our left side of our defense, and we just haven't stopped them yet.
Here's Hurts. Short kick is going to be fumbled, taken by McCandless at the 30. McCandless has it at the 35. McCandless moves it up to about the 39-yard line. Pretty good field position for the Scotties, as they've got 6:08 left in this game, all 3 timeouts. And now they're in a situation they're going to have to move the football. And Barren County wanted to stop them, and they've done a good job of that here in the fourth quarter. So McCandless with the return of 8. After Hurts' kickoff went to about the 30. Stop made by Roger Lawson, his first of this game. 1st and 10 for the Scotties. With 6:02 left in this contest. Glasgow, of course, can't put it on the ground this time. Barren would love to see that. Double slot for the Scotties. Michael Moore calling the signals. It's Moore. Quick toss sweep comes to Gargeron. Cuts to the outside, has it at the 40. Gargeron at the 45. Gargeron has it at midfield, and he'll be taken out of bounds at that point. I think that will be enough for a first down.
Looked like he got past the sticks.
It's going to be close. It does stop the clock as he was shoved out of bounds in front of the Barren County bench. And was that Dwight Holder who got him? His second stop. Let's see where they mark the football, Larry. It is square on the 50-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Scotties. That may be Glasgow's first down of this half. Second first down, Randall tells me. Gargeron 11-yard burst. Scotties have it at midfield. 1st and 10. Little toss sweep that time, effective for Glasgow High. Moore looks over a 4-man front. Glasgow in the double slot. Moore on the quarterback draw. Moore moves past the 45-yard line. An inch or two past that. But Jerry Eubank will take that 5-yard pickup. 2nd and 5.
Yeah, that's the old X play, quarterback draw, as you want to call it. And there's number 24, I think, on the tackle there, Chris White.
That's his 3rd. 2nd and 5. Michael Moore on the quarterback draw. Gargeron will bring in the play right here. Barren County 14, Glasgow 13. Barren County's offensive line has really done a good job in this second half. With the exception of one series, they've really dominated the Scotties.
They have. They've done an excellent job.
McCandless and White out on the right side, backfield in the double slot. Barren has a 5-man front defensively as Moore. Quick pitch, little toss to Gentry. Gentry moves past the 40 down to the 38-yard line. Boy, that was a dangerous pass. Little underhanded toss, wasn't it?
Yeah, he fumbled the snap, really, and when he got there, Todd was already by him, and it was just like a little shovel pass.
That Utah pass.
The Utah pass.
7-yard, do you call it? That'd be a 7-yard completion, I guess, wouldn't it? Because it was a forward pass.
I'd say so, yeah.
I wonder if Jerry Eubank's heart stopped for a minute there.
Probably a couple times.
Tommy Muse, 3rd stop. 7-yard pass completion. 1st and 10 for the Scotties at the Trojan 38 with 4:40 left in this game. Barren County up 14-13. Here comes a toss sweep to Gentry. Gentry cuts outside at the 35. Gentry at the 30. Gentry taken down at about the 28-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Scotties. Had maybe one man to beat, and he would have raced to the end zone. 4:27 left in this game. Stop made by Chris Wyatt. But Gentry coming alive here in this series.
Yeah, Todd's played a heck of a ball game. He got his bell rung there early in the ball game, about the 3rd play of the game on defense, and since that point he's come back in and he's really played well. He has a handful of tackles and has run the football well.
Ball is spotted at about the 29. It's going to be close to a first down with 4:27 left. Barren County 14, Glasgow 13. They will stretch the chains. 1st and 10 for the Glasgow Scotties at the Trojan 29. All of Glasgow's first downs by the rush. That is going to be first down number 7 for Jerry Eubank. 8 actually. I'm sorry. 7 have come by the rush and 1 by the pass. Let's put the football at the 28, Larry. 1st and 10 for the Scotties with 4:20 left. Double slot for Glasgow offensively. 4-man front for the Trojans. As Moore, quick toss sweep to Gargeron. He's got some running room, has it at the 25. Gargeron is ridden down. That was a great solo stop at about the 24-yard line on the toss sweep. I thought he did have a blocker in front of him and had a little bit of running room, but he picked up about 5, but had a chance to pick up more. The ball was spotted down at about the 23-yard line.
That's number 54, and I don't have a 54.
That may be Sutton. Let's see if you see a 32 out there, Larry. I don't. That is Sutton. His number changed.
Okay.
I knew Johnny Hines told me that before the game, so that's Sutton making the stop. 3:38 left here in this game. 2nd and 5 for the Scotties at the Trojan 23. 2 wideouts on the right side, Clark and McCandless. Here's a toss sweep to Gentry. Gentry slipped down and is taken down behind the line of scrimmage at the 27-yard line.
There's our mystery man again, 64.
That time, in fact, Gentry might have tripped, lost his balance, and he loses about 3. It's 3rd and 8 for the Scotties at the Trojan 27-yard line with 3:10 left in this game. And crunch time coming up for both teams.
Crunch time, it's definitely 4-down territory right here, especially with just 3:03 remaining, and Glasgow's going to talk about it.
Timeout, Scotties. Glasgow, that's their first timeout of the second half. 3:03 left in this game. Barren County 14, Glasgow 13. We'll return in 30 seconds on WCLU Sports.
How many different bills do you pay each month? They all go to different places, so you have all those trips to make and all that money spent on postage, right? Not necessarily. The Glasgow Electric Plan Board wants to make your life easier. There are 5 different ways to pay your bill. Electricity and cable TV service are even itemized on the same bill. Pay at the drive-through window, through the mail, at local banks, directly from your checking account with automatic bank draft, even Visa and MasterCard. Call them today for more information at 651-8341.
14-karat gold, WCLU. 3rd and 8 for the Scotties at the Trojan 27-yard line. Haywood. Big series coming up right here.
Definitely is. Ball, as you say, spotted on about the 27-yard line. It's 3rd down and about 9 to go. 2 plays to get the first down. You don't really have to go for it all at once right here, but it would be nice to get a first down on this play and then try to move it right on down. Yeah, I don't know how long, much yardage Jonathan Belcher can kick the field goal attempt, but they're moving on down in the territory now.
Double slot for the Scotties. Kingery's a fullback behind Moore. McCandless a wide out on the left side. As Moore, toss sweep comes to Gargeron. Tries to follow a block. That's at the 25. Gargeron's got it at the 20. Gargeron may have the first down at the 18-yard line as he dove toward the stick.
Going to be very close. That was a good second effort.
I believe he may have that first down. It's at the 18 with 3 minutes to go.
They call time. Number 60 made the tackle. That's Muse again.
Well, they're going to measure it, Larry. If he doesn't have the first down,
it'll be very close if he doesn't have it.
They stretch the chains. He's got it. 1st and 10 for the Scotties. The 18-yard line.
Well, you couldn't ask for a better scenario. They got the first down on the first play, and now you have 3 minutes to go and a first down from about the 18.
So the Scotties looking to punch it in and reclaim the lead. Gargeron, great second effort that time on the toss sweep. Picked up 9. Stop made by Muse. That's his 4th. Gargeron is out. It looks like it's going to be Clark. As the handoff comes to Clark, tries to cut to the outside, has it at the 20. Clark upended at about the 18-yard line. The clock is not operable here, Larry.
The clock won't start. Berkey Sloan over here on the clock said it will not start.
And I think the officials need to be notified. The official not realizing now, I think the side
one
judge
of them
does.
There he goes. That's running.
They probably lost about, 30 seconds, I would say?
Sure did. The clock was unplugged, Berkey said over here, and it wasn't, they lost 1 play.
Now, let's see what happens here. Probably about 20 seconds went off the clock. Or should have gone off the clock, right? 20 or 30?
Should have.
That was a nice stop that time. Was it Muse again?
Muse again, yeah.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10. Scotties have it at the Trojan 18-yard line. Moving to your right. Well, Larry, tied game, and it's certainly going to have an exciting finish.
Yeah, this is just like we thought it would be before the ball game started. We thought it would be a good, close, contested game, mostly a ground game, which it has been. Glasgow kind of dominated the first half by help of Barren County, by all the turnovers and not the turnovers, but their penalties. And then in the second half, Barren County's offense is just about rolled over Glasgow just about every opportunity they have. They've taken it in twice and taken the lead. And this is the first time that Glasgow's offense has really got it in gear the second half.
Let's see if the referee sends word up here to move a certain amount of time off the clock.
Well, they didn't realize, I don't think, that the clock wasn't running, and I don't know whether there's anything that they're going to be able to do about it.
Well, they should begin to wind the clock now since the official stopped play a moment ago. 2nd and 10 for the Scotties at the 18. Here's the handoff, chugging up the middle, past the 15 to about the 13-yard line is Jeff Kingery. He pushes his way up the middle. That's only the 3rd carry for Jeff in this half. He had 48 yards in the first half. At that time, he pushes it inside the 15 to about the 13-yard line. Gain of about 5. That's 4, actually. 3rd and 6.
64 made the tackle again. That's about his 5th.
We'll find out who that guy.
I think he's a Browning, maybe.
Maybe. Could that be Chris or Ronnie Browning, possibly?
Is there a Browning on defense starting?
We'll check that here in just a moment. It is Chris Browning. He's listed as number 68.
Okay.
It may be 61. Here's a toss sweep to Gargeron. Tries to cut to the outside. Gets a nice block. Cuts that way. He is going to be ridden down a little bit short of a first down as he got down to about the 10-yard line. And, boy, that's going to set up a big play right here. Got it down to the 11 as he tried to slip outside. And let's see how that stick is moved to about the 11. That's going to set up 4th at about 3 for the Scotties at the 11-yard line with a minute 43 left.
I think that was Corey Profit that time, wasn't it, on the tackle?
I believe you're right. Well, Larry, it comes down to this play. The football game comes down to this play right here.
Sure does. Evidently, we're not in Jonathan Belcher's range, so because we're going for it right here on 4th down.
Double slot for the Scotties. Michael Moore calling the signals on 4th and 3. Moore. Hand off Gargeron. Here's the old pass. It is going to be caught by the halfback pass. Give him 6. Touchdown, Glasgow.
Well, that's a play that they haven't shown all year, even in the scrimmage game. It's a halfback pass. Didn't even know it was in the arsenal. And here he comes and scores a touchdown.
It was wobbly. It wasn't pretty, but it was 6. Gargeron with a halfback pass.
Richie Gargeron has been known to throw the football on prior occasions, and that time he found Petty McCandless wide open in the end zone.
1:14 left. Barren County still with time. They trail the Scotties 19-14. On 4th and 3, Glasgow with a halfback pass. And let's see how long that pass officially went. 11 yards from Gargeron to McCandless. Timeout on the field. Glasgow high. 1:14 left in this game. Scotties reclaim the lead. 19-14. Back in 30 seconds on WCLU Sports.
This is Matt Gum, WCLU Sports Room. Just passing along some scores I've got here. Caverna 18, Edmondson 20, final. Central Hardin 15, E-Town 7, final. Late in the 4th quarter, Franklin Simpson 21, Todd Central 0. Final score, LaRue County 23, Monroe County 12. Late in the 4th quarter, Warren East 8, Greenwood 6. Late in the 4th quarter, Russellville 42, Logan 0. Late in the 4th quarter also, Allen County Scottsville 35, Davies County 21. Late in the 4th quarter, Adair County 28, Owen County 0. And your score now at Glasgow Field, Glasgow Scotties 19, Barren County Trojans 14. Now back out to the field.
All right, Matt Gum doing an outstanding job for us with our scores, and Matt will have more of those on WCLU. Boy, Allen County came to life in the second half, didn't they?
They sure did. 35-21 over Davies County team. That's out of Owensboro, and, you know, that's never any slouch. That's right.
Well, Larry, I believe the Scotties may go for 2 right here, leading 19-14. Trying to force Barren County, if they did score, to either tie it with an extra point or win it with the 2-point conversion. Gargeron and Kingery and Gentry split in the double slot as Michael Moore drops back. Moore, little shovel pass gave it, or little handoff gave it to Gentry. Glasgow scored, but there's a flag on the play. Little delayed handoff there.
Illegal procedure.
Glasgow's going to have to do it again. That flag was dropped just as soon as the play began.
Somebody must have moved just...
Jerry Eubank is not happy about that.
Boy, that was a heck of a play. I mean, it looked like it was a drop back pass and then just a little shovel pass right in the middle of the line.
Well, those guys have hooked up for another one earlier in the series.
Todd Gentry just walked into the end zone. Nobody knew he had the ball.
Larry, that little Utah pass proves to be a pretty big play in the Glasgow scoring drive.
That's right. That's happened. It happened before to get a first down.
That was really a big-time drive by the Scotties, wasn't
wasn't it?
It was with being down 1 point after Barren had made a good drive to put them ahead. It was good gut check time right there for the Scotties. They moved it right on down the field and put it in the end zone on a 4th down and about 4 situation.
And sportsmanlike conduct also against the Scotties.
Well,
so that moves it back to the 22. So Glasgow has now been penalized. Let's see. Once for 20 yards. Okay, they've been penalized once for 5 and once for 20. So it's a 25-yard penalty. All right. We'll get that straight here in just a moment.
Somebody may have uttered a few words that the referee did not like after they called the penalty, and thus another penalty on top of that.
That's 20 yards in penalties. 5 and 15. Here's a pass that McCandless has got to catch at about the 11-yard line, but he won't get near the end zone, and the 2-point try fails. Glasgow was first penalized, I'll get this straight, for illegal procedure. Scotty didn't like that call, so unsportsmanlike conduct called on Glasgow. So the first penalty 5 yards, the second one 15, and even though a nice pass was thrown and it was, about an 11-yard completion, far short. And that's the first penalties of this game for the Scotties, Larry, with a minute 14 left.
Well, that's really good for the Scotties. We've been bugged by the penalties in the past, but a lot of times, and it's nice just to have one in the 4th quarter.
I believe Barren has 2 timeouts remaining.
They do.
Larry, here becomes a very important part of the game for the Scotties. The kickoffs have not been good tonight for Glasgow. So Barren could get very good field position right here.
Yeah, Jonathan Belcher, as we said before the ball game, they're probably squib kicking the ball most of the time this year. I think it would probably behoove him to try to kick it as far as he could this time, because you don't want to give Barren field position at about the 40 or 50-yard line. And, it hasn't taken them very long to score tonight when they've gotten it going in the second half.
Smith, Wyatt, and Profit in twin safety, or actually triple safety, for Barren County. The deep man is Profit, standing at his 5-yard line. Here comes Belcher, set to kick from his 40. 1:14 left in this game. Barren trailing Glasgow 19-14. Garza Rome. 10-yard halfback pass to Freddie McCandless. 2-point try failed. So let's see, this is a very critical kickoff in this game. See what kind of special teams coverage Glasgow has, and let's see what the Trojans do. Here comes Belcher's kick. Nice, deep end over end kick that drives Smith back to about the 11-yard line. Has it at the 15. Smith at the 20. Smith at the 25. Smith at the 35. Smith at the 40. Smith is taken down at about the 40-yard line. Nice run back by Neil Smith with a minute 5 left in this game. Now the Trojans will have to march 60 yards to win this game. Actually about 61, 1st and 10. They're going to have to run that hurry-up offense. Really did a good job of it near the end of the first half, and they're set here. And they're looking for big plays to try to win this game with a minute 5 left. They've got 2 timeouts left. Smith is a single back behind Taylor. Wide out on the left side, Hagan and Profit. Now the official winds the clock with 1:04 left. Glasgow 5-man front defensively. It's Taylor, the late handoff, Smith. Smith is wrapped up back at the 37-yard line. And Barren County is not going to elect to call a timeout right here. They're going to have to hurry with 50 seconds to go. Loss of about 3. Stop made by Jonathan McNabb. That is his 7th of this game. Or was it Gary Pierce? I'm sorry.
No, Gary Pierce made the one on the kickoff.
Pierce on the kickoff. McNabb on that last play as Taylor drops back. Here's his pass over, or underthrown, intended for Knuckles. Incomplete at the 40. 33 seconds left. 3rd and 12 at the Trojans at their own 38-yard line.
Yeah, look for a timeout right here, maybe to talk something over.
There's 33 seconds left.
Definitely in a passing situation with 33 seconds left, and 3rd down and about 11 yards.
Taylor looking for some time to throw, Larry, where he can maybe throw it long. Scotty's looking to get that pressure on him.
That's right, and they have put pressure on him. Michael Bragg, Jeremy Poland, McNabb, Stephen Hughes, all the 4 men up front have really put the pressure on him all night long. And the defensive secondary, all they got to do is lay back and just not let them get behind them.
Smith single back behind Taylor. Wideouts everywhere. Glasgow 5-man front. Taylor 3rd and 12. Taylor backs up. Rushed. Let's see if he gets rid of it. Throws it up in the air. Pass is going to be caught by Wyatt. Wyatt's got it midfield. Wyatt at the Scotty 48-yard line with 21 seconds left.
It was a 1st down, too.
So they got it at the Scotty 48. Boy, Taylor got away from one man who almost belted him at about the 25.
Jonathan McNabb was right in his face when he threw the football, and I almost got to him in time, but it was a wobbly, lamed up pass that was caught.
Barren County uses its second timeout, 21 seconds left. Now, Larry, actually the clock failing plays a bit of a factor. Had that clock run, the game would probably be over at this point.
You're exactly right. That's a good observation right there. Of course, it's a Glasgow timekeeper up here. He didn't do it on purpose. The clock was just unplugged, and wasn't anything he could do about it.
We're going to hold it here. What a miss at the action. Scotty's 19, Trojans 14. What does Barren County, do they just try to throw the home run pass, or maybe try about a 30-yard pass and get them in striking distance where they can have a couple of throws at it?
I think you hit the nail on the head the last time. I think you just throw something down maybe to about the 30, the 25-yard line, and then call your timeout. They've still got, did they call a timeout here?
Right, they got one left, okay, I believe.
And then call a timeout and then take a shot at the end zone maybe 2 times.
21 seconds left. That last pass completion, 15 yards to Profit. And the stop was made. And I failed to mention this.
Richie Gazaron.
That's his second. One back behind Taylor. He's got wideouts on both sides at the 49. Taylor drops back. Taylor, he might try the home run pass. Here it is. Pass is going to be intercepted by, was it McCandless who got it? McCandless has it at the 23-yard line. The pass was underthrown, intended for Holder. And it looks like that Glasgow, unless they cough it up here, will hold on for the victory. Taylor's pass was a little bit short that time, Larry.
Yeah, just a little bit short. They faked the down and out on the left side. He pumped one time to the left side, turned back to the right side and threw it. And had the ball been thrown on the money, it would have possibly been caught and had a very good chance right there. But it was underthrown. Freddie McCandless played it perfectly, made the interception.
That's a second interception by a Scotty. 2 big interceptions because Michael Moore returned the first one 51 yards and led to Glasgow's second score with a second left in the first half. And here, you know, Glasgow's secondary's had pretty good coverage tonight.
They have. They
on those deep passes.
They sure have. They've played, the secondary has played well. Of course, Barren County has not thrown the ball that well that many times, but they've had a lot of pressure. You got to give credit to the defensive line also. They put a lot of pressure on the quarterback and made him hurry.
Randall, give Barren County credit for coming back and taking the lead with a couple of big drives, and then give the Scotties a whole lot of credit for the game. It looks like the game-winning drive and some big stops here late in the contest.
Give both teams a lot of credit, Jim. Bruce and I were just talking. It's been a heck of a ball game tonight. Both teams played their hearts out. Both teams been behind. Barren County down by 13 at halftime, fights back, goes ahead 14-13 with a little over 6 minutes to go in the game. Glasgow could have folded, but they did not. A couple of big runs by Richie Gazaron. A lot of second effort right there, got the job done. And looks like Glasgow, if they can snap the ball and kneel down without fumbling, it's going to be Glasgow's game because the clock's going to run out.
That's what Michael Moore's got to do now.
They're signaling timeout. I don't know what to...
Has Barren used its last time?
Must be going to mark the ball here or something.
No, Barron's used their last timeout.
I think they gave them one, too.
There's 7 seconds left in this game. Timeout Barren County. Glasgow leading 19-14. We'll be back at 1 minute on WCLU Sports.
I had them down.
South Central Bank is the bank that's good for you.
We're the bank that's good for you. The one that helps your hometown too. We're the best at what we do. The bank that does what's good for you.
When you need a loan, of course you deal with a bank. But more importantly, you're dealing with people. At South Central Bank, our people are our strength.
This is Tom Hughes, mortgage loan officer at South Central Bank. Interest rates have been favorable to buying a home these days, and we've been favorable to helping people make those dreams of owning a home come true.
Glasgow's Michael Moore kneels down, and this game is over, and the Scotties come from behind to win 19-14, Larry.
Yeah, it's a great football game. The spectators here tonight got their money's worth, that's for sure. It was a good ball game all the way from start to finish. Glasgow took care of them the first half. Barren County came back and dominated the second half up until the last drive, and that's the way you like to watch football, win until in the last minute.
Scotties didn't hurt themselves with penalties, did hurt themselves with turnovers. I thought Barren was hurt by penalties, especially early in the game when they were moving the football, and they were hurt by a couple of turnovers as well.
Yeah, they were. They hurt themselves. Like I said earlier in the ball game in the first half, Barren just really didn't stop. Glasgow didn't really stop them the first half. They stopped themselves most of the time on penalties, but they got their act together at halftime, and Barren County's offensive line and their running backs really got the thing going in the second half, and they just steamrolled over Glasgow, especially over our left defensive side of the line. We just didn't stop them all night long.
Glasgow executes a fourth down play, the halfback pass from Garzerboom to Freddie McCandless.
Well, that's something that Coach Eubank has been famous for over the years, and he did it at Barren County. Those folks have seen it over there a lot of times, and we'll see it here at Glasgow as long as he stays. You just never know what he's got up his sleeve and what he's going to pull out of his hat at a certain time.
How would you assess the battle of the trenches, Larry, in this football game?
Well, I think Barren County definitely won on their offensive line against our defensive line. I think they had the bigger kids and they were stronger, and they really just steamrolled over us, and especially in the second half. Now, Glasgow's defensive line really played well. I thought they rushed the passer real well. They clogged it up in the middle at times. Just the outside corners and the safety, the linebackers just didn't fill in, and we were just getting knocked off the ball there on the defensive line. As far as the pass rush is concerned, we did well, but as far as stopping the outside run, we didn't do a very good job. I think Barren County took the trench.
I think Glasgow's offensive line did a pretty good job at times.
Yeah, they did, but we had a lot of misdirection, and a lot of going this way, and then all of a sudden come back this way, and you just kind of seal block on those kind of things. You don't really knock anybody off the feet. But I think Barren County's got a good-looking line. They're big, and they've got some quickness. The Marshall kid is really good on the offensive line and defensive line.
All right, we'll have the full post-game show coming up. Larry will have the scoring summary, and he'll chart the defense for us. Randall will have a look at the stats. We'll talk with Bruce as well. What we'll do, Matt, we'll take a 2-minute timeout. And, Matt, if you would, repeat the scores that you've got for us, and we'll take it after your scoreboard report. We'll return in 2 minutes. Glasgow wins this game over Barren County. If you've just joined us, Glasgow 19, Barren County 14. Glasgow 1-0, Barren County 0-1. Glasgow now travels to Harrodsburg next Friday night, 7 o'clock start. Our broadcast at 6:15. Barren County opens its home portion of the schedule against Greenwood next Friday night, 7:30 start. We'll return in 2 minutes and some scores after these messages on WCLU Sports.
Hey, these days it takes an...
Calvert and Nunn Insurance not only offer a variety of policies, but are exceptional in their customer service and up-to-date quotes. Contact Vicki Bartley and her staff for any of your insurance needs. Calvert and Nunn Insurance is next to the Plaza Theater in downtown Glasgow.